cashing out hella claps. He got Solana in the bag. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab. Ripping crypto like a gat, see the chart, it goes flat. White headphones on his hat, money counter on his lap, gold chain with a strap, cashing out hella clams. He's got Solana in the bag. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab. Blew the whole shot, didn't land. Another sell-off we've been had. Not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip. By 1% it didn't slip. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab, blew the whole shot, didn't land. Another sell-off we've been had. Not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip. By 1% it didn't slip. I put the crypto on my tab, put the crypto on my tab. Blew the whole shot, didn't land. Another sell-off we've been had. Not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip. By 1% it didn't slip. Take the cat, ripping crypto like a gat. See the chart, it goes flat. White headphones on his hat, money counter on his lap, gold chain with a slap.
All right, I'm here.
Take the cat, ripping crypto like a gat. See the chart, it goes flat. White headphones on his hat, money counter on his lap, gold chain with the strap, cashing out hella clams. He got Solana in the bag. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab. Blew the whole shot, didn't land. Another sell-off we've been had. Not a single drop.
All right. We're here. I got some coffee, you guys, so I'm gonna be all right. What a busy day. Good morning, Tick. How are you? Tick is getting coffee as well. Want to bet? Let's welcome everybody on a live stream. I see we're live already. It's pinned up in the jumbotron. Let me just do a repost. And we are live. Alive, we are. And we are back, you guys. Look at the market. We are so back. like we,
Oh
like
man,
we never
sorry.
left, right? We never left.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Good
So
morning.
so I told you how I like make my instant instant coffee, and
Yeah.
so I poured way too much instant espresso and instant
Oh,
so I'm
oh,
I'm a psycho. Like everything I do, I just have to go like way over the top. So I have
yeah.
pouches of like instant Vietnamese coffee, then I have jars of instant blonde espresso, and then I have
You just
jars
mixing?
of instant organic coffee. So I mix all three into a cup
Yes.
and then add hot water. And so I'm getting like caffeine from all these different sources. But dude, I put
That's
so much powder in the cup. It was like halfway full of powder. And then when I added liquid, it looked like
yeah.
sludge. I'm like,
Uh,
yo, this is, and like the
it's too
coffee mug,
thick.
yeah, the
It's
coffee
too
mug,
thick.
it's too thick, and the coffee mug's not large enough where I can like
Yeah.
dilute it. So but I took a sip and it's actually not bad, but it's like the same consistency as like a
All
milkshake
right.
or
Well,
something. It's gnarly.
look, there better not be somebody coming up here shilling with a mint because that would make you go insane. You'd be like, yeah, the mint.
Oh shit! I'm
You'd
gonna
be all
spill
over the
coffee
place.
all over myself.
Yeah, right?
You'll hear me screaming.
All right. All right. So
But
we
we are
got a,
back. I don't know if you
we are
heard.
back.
No, I
Yes.
heard you saying that. Yeah, but yeah.
Let's,
By the way, we're back. That's the
we're
headline
back.
for the news. And
Uh,
when we told you assholes to buy fart coin. Sorry, I'm just
well,
kidding. Sorry, I
we want
took
to
that
now
joke
stick
too
it to you,
far.
right?
Took that joke too. Sorry, I'm excited with the green candles.
I know, right? For real though, the Fartcoin cycle is a real thing, you guys. It's a real thing, right? Especially what's being built, these wormholes for to pay with different crypto. You can get Fartcoin on Sui. Go get yourself some, right? Get a little bit of Farcoin and Sui. And that is gonna do well. I mean, Def is there, everybody's there, right? And it's a fun TG. Go ahead and but before we start pulling all of that up and start shilling, let's have a look at the market because everybody says we're back. But we're back at when we reach 118.5
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
it's true.
That's when we really, really are back,
We just
right?
did
That's
a big circle, a round trip.
yes. It's just
Yeah,
we're back, but your
back
backs might still be down.
back to where we started. Yeah, exactly. Shoot. Yeah, if you
Yeah,
blast to the top, we got a little bit more
yeah,
time. Just be patient.
absolutely. I do really like that this move has now changed that weekly or the daily for Bitcoin. we're straight again on the RSI because we were kind of looking a little droopy there, right? If price would have fallen, then it wouldn't have taken us at least 2 weeks to get back up from that one. If we would have retested 112 or even worse, 111, that would set us back so far. So I'm really happy with these pumps, kind of expecting those, right? A little bit here. Yeah, so what do we need? We need 118 and a half Bitcoin. That would be better. I believe we can get there. We're not far off. We're not far off. However, we have some. Hold on, let me look at the fourth out before I start saying some things here. So yeah, we're looking kind of exhausted here on this fourth hour already. So I was kind of like hoping maybe at the end of the day, like a wick in that 117 would really be bullish. It's something like a flagpole that we can just pull to then, right? Because that fourth hour looks exhausted. We can stay on there a little bit longer, so maybe we try and get back into that previous value area. That would be so Gucci. But if we're not, we're just gonna have to do some retesting on that 115 again before we go there, before we go do that 118. But we're yeah, well, this was always a bullish continuation. It's just that when, right? And yeah, if Bitcoin gets sent down, it takes us a good amount of time to get back up on our feet and to start challenging that former support that's now resistance, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I was actually, you won't believe what Wild was doing here.
What happened? What?
I was actually baking a cake.
Oh, nice.
Yes. I felt so like a housewife. I was like, maybe I should bake something now.
Was it a protein cake?
Yes.
Oh, is it what flavor?
Protein,
Chocolate?
protein vanilla cake with blueberries and raspberries. The blueberries and the raspberries are out of my own garden. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
nice. That's
Well,
awesome.
I'm not like an organic farmer or anything, you guys, far from it, but it's growing, and sometimes I'll go in and pick some and channel my inner housewife and then bake a cake. But this is by no means a standard.
Hmm.
It's special.
That's
I just
rad.
felt like it. I was like, market is pumping. Why not play Martha Stewart for a little bit here, right?
Hmm.
So yes, we had some. I was looking at some.
And then
Da, da,
you
da,
did mention DMC as well, DeLorean.
yes, I
So
want to look. I just wanted to have. I saw something on Bitcoin that I really wanted
oh, I gotcha.
to say before we go. Right. Blah, blah, blah,
Hmm.
blah. There's somebody talking about a Bollinger Band. I can't. I somehow just lost that.
And then the dominance, is that still sitting at
Oh, here. No,
62?
dominance is floating anywhere between 61 and 62%.
Yeah.
Looking to push
Well,
up a little bit more.
61.5. That's without even looking at the chart. I was like, is it like 62? Because it's been, yeah, this, we've been on this hamster
Yeah.
wheel here for about a week.
See how you learn to look at the charts
Yeah.
and
Well,
then
yeah, you can
spot
kind
the
of assume
dominance.
where it's at
Yeah.
by how much the altcoins have been affected. So if the
Yeah.
altcoins have only moved 6%, then the dominance has only moved maybe a half a percent. Usually, that's usually
Yeah.
kind of like the correlation. Yeah. And then once we see it move like
Absolutely.
20%, that's when we're going to start seeing those like monumental shifts,
Well, anything
hopefully.
under 60% would be fine. It's just that what we see happening now is that it moves to Ethereum, pumps Ethereum,
Yeah, comes right
and
back.
then so we're looking at Ethereum dominance, which was creeping up into
Yeah.
12%, and we see that dominance pushing up. And then when that dominance releases, Sui in particular is going to have a lot of fun
Oh,
because Sui gets the most outflow from
from Ethereum.
Ethereum.
Hmm.
Yes, on the regular and by and large. So, no joke, there's no contest here about who's number one, right? I just wanted to read this thing. So, the Big Brain podcast, hosted by blockchain president Larry Cermak and Mega Eat, was recorded with Jack Mallers, right? Listen below. All right, we're not going to listen. There's the whole thing. Well, you know what? It's kind of long. Never mind this.
Oh, I hate it when I
It's
do that.
basically,
I know exactly
well,
what you just
I
did.
I
Like, yeah,
never I never watch.
yeah,
I just take the transcripts, right? And I
yeah.
was already had that transcript in my notes and pointed out some things, and it
Mm.
was kind of like buying Bitcoin with the base, the dollar, and
Okay.
rebuild American strength. That was basically what this was on about. But it was, now that I see my notes, I realize it's kind of long. So
And that's not related
yeah,
to all the treasury word salad that's been thrown around the
no,
last 24 hours. You've seen that, right? It's you because
yes,
of the ETF treasury
yeah,
listings and all that stuff. So all of a sudden you see the word treasury on your timeline, like every 30 centimeters as you're scrolling. It's like everyone's dropping the word treasury today.
absolutely,
It's just
absolutely.
funny how crypto Twitter is like that. It's like there's like a key word that someone reads in like a headline or a article or something, and then all of a sudden everyone's post addresses that one topic. Speaking of, I know that I'm gonna kind of derail it a little bit, but I'm so curious. What is that pillow real? The plush toy that you got with the pink bow, is that thing real?
No, that's actually
Okay, okay,
generated, but there
okay.
are real ones.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that there was. I thought I had
Yes,
seen pictures of real
yes.
ones.
Yes,
So
well, my
bullish.
prediction is that there's a Doginal Dog store being opened right now.
Wow.
I think tomorrow is the day, right? You can buy packages there. If you look at my timeline, you do see the picture. Lamb sent me my pin, right, of my little starter dog, Doginal
Mm-hmm.
Dog with my. I have it right here.
So it's a
And
tin. It's metal.
yeah, it's a metal pin.
And hold on. So
Yes.
I'm so curious. He made it. Did he fabricate that?
No, 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 no. This is from the Doginal Dogs headquarters. And he got it in his package when they had the DD New
Yeah,
York,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Okay,
Dojo
okay.
Dogs New York. And
Wow.
so he said it reminded me of you and you weren't there, so let me send it to you. So he
That's
sent me
so
the pin.
cool.
That is so sweet,
What a
right?
good
I was
friend.
so happy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's rad. I
yeah, yeah,
love
yeah.
stuff like
So
that.
really cool, you guys, really cool. Uh, yeah, let's have a look at the first. We'll pull up that DMC DeLorean
Oh yeah.
stuff. Let me get my notes.
Yeah, I was telling some more people in real life about that yesterday because I just had brought it up randomly. I'm like, hey, you hear about that new
Yeah.
DeLorean car? And they're like, they're
Mhm.
making another one. They're like, hold on, like the actual
Yeah.
company is, and I'm like, yeah, and it's gonna be like the first tokenized vehicle. In order to reserve one, you have to spend $2,500 on an NFT that reserves you
Yeah.
a slot to pre-order. And then the vehicle
Yeah.
itself is gonna be somewhere around 125,000. It
Yeah.
releases in 2027. So it's kind of funny that I knew all the like hit points. Like I could freaking sell these things now, I swear.
Oh,
But
guy, you're doing well.
but I mean, I did. I'm trying to get more people on the blockchain, and so people that might otherwise not have any interest at all. This is a jumping
Mhm.
off point for me. It would be if I wasn't otherwise into crypto and I heard DeLorean was releasing a new car in 2 years and it's going to be the first tokenized vehicle, and you have to buy an NFT in order to purchase it. I would be like, this is a no brainer. This is the natural evolution that everything is going, and I want to be
Yeah.
early. Like what? Like it's such. You'd have to be brain dead to like look at this and be like, like it sounds like a good opportunity for you, but I don't see any way to make money off of this. Like it's like pick your weapon here. You could do. There's so many ways to make money off of this. It screams opportunity. In my opinion.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, that's my humble opinion,
Yes.
not financial advice. Do your own research, but
Yeah, so if you're in the space and you don't know, first of all, welcome everybody here in the space and welcome everybody on YouTube and on X again, right? If you just tuned in, it's the Sui space. Today we're just going to do Sui only. If you are a Sui project, hop on stage. If you are a Sui fan, hop on stage, right? Leave a comment in the purple pill here for us so we can spread the Sui joy for Sui. Sui. Yep, let's talk about that DeLorean. So,
sweat.
the DeLorean also refers to the DeLorean Motor Company, DMC, integration of blockchain technology, and then on Sui blockchain to create a Web3 ecosystem for its brand and upcoming electric vehicle, the Alpha 5 EV. The DeLorean Labs, the Web3 arm of DMC, launched the DMC utility token on Sui blockchain. The token aims to engage the DeLorean global community, offering utility within its ecosystem, such as purchasing vehicles, accessing exclusive rewards, and participating in brand collaborations. The token presale began in Republic Sui Launchpad on January 21st or 25. Now, when I go back, I was in a big Sui space back then, and somebody mentioned it to me, but to me, I forgot to follow up on what I
Mm.
was hearing
Hmm.
because to me it sounded like a meme coin. Well, that's also how the
Yeah.
person brought it,
Right. Right.
and it
Right.
was
Right.
like a pre-sale, and I was at pre-sale, and I was like,
Dude.
somebody's misusing the word DeLorean,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. I think I
Very
say now that
sketch.
that sounds so familiar. Now that you're saying that, I think the same thing. It like came across my radar, and I was just like, fade. Like you just think it's a meme
Hey,
coin that's
yeah,
like, oh, the DeLorean was cool. You know, like I thought someone made a meme coin about the Back to the Future car. I'm like, that's bearish. Like that's
yeah,
stupid. Who gives a hell about the DeLorean? I think I had a similar experience. And I just saw it fade, just auto fade. You know,
yeah,
so you must,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now that you say that, I think I remember possibly seeing, and
Yeah,
also it being on Sui. That's a double fade. That was a double fade for me. Like it's like, I'm
yeah,
like,
it's like, well, how is this possible? But
yeah.
anyway, so they have built slot NFTs. So the DeLorean introduced and a tokenized reservation system using built slot non-fungible tokens, the NFTs on Sui. These NFTs grant holders priority access to purchase the Alpha 5 EV, the company's first vehicle in over 40 years. They can be bought, sold, or traded on a dedicated marketplace using USDC stablecoin, adding liquidity and flexibility to the reservation process. Flux protocol. The protocol records vehicle data on chain, including battery health, maintenance records, accident history, and odometer readings, ensuring transparency and traceability for buyers, particularly in the secondary market. So the DeLorean Web3 platform built on Sui includes a marketplace for the trading NFTs and potentially other digital collectibles. The system fosters community engagement through incentivized staking and exclusive experiences, aligning with DeLorean's brand legacy of innovation and counterculture. Partnership with entities like Animoca brands, Motiverse, and other life enhances digital presence, including integration DeLorean's iconic DMC-12 into Web3 gaming titles.
Yes, I was just looking at that roadmap, and
Yes,
I've just read the same thing. The thing about quarter two 2024 signed license deal with Animoca's Motiverse. Is that the same thing that you just read?
yes,
On the roadmap. Yeah, I was reading through the
yeah,
same thing because it's like that's the bullishness when you start reading the roadmap. You're like, oh,
yeah,
this is where we are, and we still have all of this stuff to go through. And then a couple key things. One that I find very bullish. Not everyone may find it bullish, but DeLorean Labs to introduce merchandise in major retailers worldwide. Now,
mhm,
that might be bearish to some, but to me, that means that there's going to be, that's a means to get liquidity for the entire project,
yeah.
possibly. But the other thing too is that, let me see. Oh, so 8,800 digital collectibles. So I wonder what the cap is, how many they're going to make, and then 125,000 a piece. So
Not
125,000
many. They're not going to make
times
money.
8,800 equals how many? Is that just shy of a million? So 1.1 billion. Oh damn! So that's a $1 billion market cap. Well, not even market cap, liquidity essentially.
Liquidity. Yes,
Yeah, which is that's going to be usually 10x. So 10 billion
yeah,
market cap is like a conservative estimate.
yes,
That's if they're only selling the cars.
yes,
Yeah. So do
yeah.
the math. Like, shoot, that
So I'm
that's
so happy that
crazy.
I taught you about liquidity and how that works.
Yeah.
Yes, and how then to do price prediction based upon that, especially if you have information in a project that
Mm,
kind of lets you do the math on these things.
forecast. Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's pull up the chart, right? It's I think their pool is on Bluefin. Yes, Bluefin,
Well, and
and
that's the other thing, the staking protocol. They're
yeah,
starting. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but that was another thing I just read is that that's about to come out is the launch of the DMC dynamic staking protocol. So yeah, I'm assuming they're going to have a D app that's going to be like a staking app. That's what it sounds
yeah,
like. Yeah.
sounds like yeah. Yeah, which is always bullish. A lot of people like to do that staking. I do not, especially not in the bull run.
What about with
um,
fart coin? Fart coin. I staked a little bit of fart coin on Sui yesterday. Was that
yeah,
a
but you
terrible
can
move on my?
unstake. Yeah, but some D apps have the unstaking that takes days.
Yeah, Moonbags is
So
instant.
yeah, so you that's okay. But
Oh,
if
okay.
that's not the case and I need to wait 24 hours, then I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, screw that, because
Yeah.
you could wreck yourself, because then you can't
Yeah.
take any profit during the pump. That's basically the biggest
Well, some have
issue there.
5, 6 days on staking is not uncommon either. So
Yeah.
always look before you stake, right?
Yeah, I staked 100K because I just a small percentage of my supply, just because I wanted to see like if there was benefits from doing it. But I mean, I was actually able to yield like point 0.1 sui or something. So I was like, okay, cool. It's 100K fart coin. It's like maybe $15, or no, actually today it would be $30 worth, but that's just sitting in there just because I wanted to see what it would do, because I don't want to put my entire bag in there and risk, I don't know, getting wrecked, not being able to sell it all. But the DeLorean, I'll be straight up. Yesterday I sold half my bag because it was up like a hell of a lot. It was up a good amount. So yesterday I sold half, and then once it pulled back, then I bought back in. So because I wanted to be able to take a little bit of profit. That's an okay to move, okay way to move, right? Or was that just stupid waste of time because um
No, I was actually gonna, because we're talking about it, and then let's pull up the chart.
yeah. Yeah, if you look at yesterday at 1 p.m., I took profit right around noon. So if you look at noon, that's when it was at the Pico top. And I was when I looked at that chart yesterday at right around when I woke up or whatever, I was like, I better take some profit now because it's going to pull back, and I'll be able to buy back in with half my bag, and just take a little bit
Yeah.
of profit.
So we already shilled this at a very lower market cap. I think
Yeah.
it was around what was it, 30 million or something like that.
Yeah, it must have been, yeah, or 28
Yeah,
million,
something
yeah.
like, yeah, 28 million, something like, we mentioned it already last week in a Sui space. I think the week before that already, even, right?
Mhm.
And so now it went all the way to 83 million market cap. So yes, when we look at that chart, some technical analysis here, very classic of that Mary pattern, right? So
Mhm.
big rip up, people are doubled, their bags are doubled, right? If they bought the floor, they're up by a lot, and so people are going to take profit there. And then you see that down, then you see price trying to get up to the previous peak. That's
Mhm.
where people again FOMO, and so that's your second chance to sell,
Mhm.
because this is the Hail Mary. Then we come down, and it came down actually pretty much in the golden pocket already, straight up. However, now what you need to do, Tick, is go to that top. Go take your trend line, like the little stick,
Uh-huh.
right? Take that little stick. Go to the top of that peak right there, that wave,
The one that was yesterday
the
at
big
noon?
one,
Yeah.
the top, to the top. And
Okay.
then you're going to go over the wicks and draw a line down
Yeah.
over the wicks. Yes. And so now when price comes back, you can now see where it gets resistance. That is your resistance. That trend line is now, that's resistance.
Oh,
So you can
yes.
leave that in your chart, right? And then what is then going to be the bottom? Well, that's kind of need to be determined by this second fall. So I would wait for 62 million to come in, and possibly even want to retest that 58 million again, right? So wait with entry, I would say, because
Yeah.
now that trend line is descending. You see how it's descending,
Yeah.
and this is going to be the third, and then the fourth go. It might.
Right, until it gets to like 51
Mm-hmm.
mil,
Yeah.
and then once it hits 51 mil, it's going to find a floor, and then that's when we'll see a squeeze and a rally, most likely.
Yeah.
Is kind of how it plays out.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So be careful with entry here, right?
Yeah.
Very bullish. This is very bullish project. Just
It's just going to be
when you
pulling back for the next like
wait
3
for a little
days.
bit of
Yeah.
pullback. Yes, if you go to my bio, you guys, there's a link for Raiden X. You can sign up for Raiden X. It's a Telegram bot, so you log into Telegram, and then you're gonna have it in your browser, just like BullX. and it has this awesome DCA function. So if you're not sure, and this is a long-term hodl, right? This is something you can hodl, you guys. So you have that DCA strategy there, and you can just pick, and it will do the DCA strategy for you. It will buy the dips for you. How awesome is that,
Mm.
right? So you're automatically doing like a DCA. You put some money in there, and then it does automatically even you out, right? And that's such a good thing. If you don't know, if you're looking at the chart and you're just like, I do not know what to do here, right? Then go ahead and use that DCA function. It's fabulous to use, especially if you don't know how to pick an entry. And FOMOing in is never good, right? Never good. So I see people are adding there to the pool as well. I see that happening here. Yes. Well, great. I love it, right? Love what I'm seeing here. DeLorean on Sui. I'm bullish on it. Kind of want a DeLorean. I see Mac is in the house as well. And I see a lot more people showing up. Welcome, everybody.
Yes, welcome.
And welcome all the new viewers on the live stream on X and on YouTube. Welcome there as well. Good morning. What a day. What a day, right? But it's good to see these projects pulling up like this, like DeLorean. Like I said, watch your entry. Now you have set the trend line already, Tick, so
Yeah.
you can trade that trend line now, right? When it comes down one more time, you can make a trend line on the bottom as well,
Mm-hmm.
and go from there, right?
Mm.
But yeah, that rate and X DCA function is really helpful if you do not have time. I sometimes use it too. I actually did for the Lorien here, right? By on auto DCA. It's a great thing. And then you have even Steven bag. Bag goes up, happy bag, right?
That's sick.
Yeah.
So the
That
DCA it's kind of like a limit order that every time it reaches that price, it continues to buy.
yeah, hold on. I'll do you have Raiden X open?
I don't open it up on my live stream.
Oh yeah, I
It's
know.
just kind of bearish
Yeah,
to
for you
do.
glitches, yeah.
I can
Don't remind me
here
again.
actually I
So
can
you
grab
can do
this.
DCA. You have market limit DCA. Let's say I pick 10 Sui,
Uh-huh.
and then you can hourly, daily, monthly.
Oh, okay.
You can put in a market cap range in which you want to buy in. You can set that. Yeah. And so you can then just go ahead and uh, set it and forget it, right?
Hmm.
So you can put in how many of these orders on the hourly you want, or on the daily, or on the monthly. And it's like set it and forget it. And then, it's go time. Yeah. You can set
Yeah,
your slip.
I haven't tried the DCA tool with the Raiden yet.
Yeah, I
Just
did.
the
It's
limit
fabulous.
orders. Huh.
Because when you see a range, right, and you're just
Uh-huh.
like, well, if it dips, I set my range from here to here, and it just keeps buying in that
Mm.
range. So that's great, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you always have like a even Steven bag because you can, and a range, we can all tell a range. It's basically where the candles hit the most. That's the range, right? And then the lower and the upper range is by the tops and the bottom in there. And then so you're going to be in that range. Value area, we call this, right? So we see on DMC, you see a value area 41 mil market cap to 52 mil market cap. Previously, that value area was 38 to 42, right? It was kind of the range. And so that range was just my buy orders then automatically, right?
Mm.
Every day a little. And so when you do that, you average out better than just spending one time and then deal with the volatility. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, DMC on Sui DeLorean, very bullish on it. Something you can add to your portfolio, right? As not a, I'm trying to see.
I'm curious. I kind of wanted to shift gears if you want to talk about Board Toilet Club. What's
Yes.
new with the Board Toilet Club? I see that we have
I
Priest.
kind of,
Hmm.
well, before we go there, can I
Okay.
do my notes on Sui? Because
Yes.
then I
Yes.
need to, for board toilet cup, I need to pull up other information.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's going to be, my brain cannot catch up. I had coffee, but it's you know.
Yes.
So we got some latest news on
Uh-huh.
Sui, right? One of the latest news, most recent news. So Mill City Ventures partnership. So Mill City Ventures, a public company, has invested 45 million in a Sui treasury, marking it as the first public company to do so. This move is aimed at leveraging Sui's capabilities in AI and DeFi, with potential Nasdaq listed across the retail and institutional investors as early as August 1st, 2025. So that's already floating, right? This partnership is seen as a step towards mainstream institutional adoption, enhancing Sui's visibility and liquidity. Strategic implications. The collaboration is expected to bridge traditional finance, TradeFi, with blockchain, unlocking greater participation and fostering ecosystem growth for developers and traders. And some notes. Record DEX volume. So in end of July, so we achieved a new all-time high in monthly decentralized exchange volume, reaching 14.2 billion as reported by DeFi Llama. You can go on DeFi Llama. This reflects strong on-chain usage and liquidity, positioning Sui as a leader in DeFi. Momentum Protocol collaboration. So Momentum, a DeFi protocol on Sui, has partnered with Wormhole and OKX Wallet to enhance cross-chain liquidity, potentially bridging billions in capital to Sui network. Real Vision 2 has integrated with Sui to allow users to earn rewards for participation. And the new features there, we expect it to roll out at the end of summer 25. The Sui Hub Lagos, so Sui opened a community-led hub in Lagos to catalyze innovation in the tech market, expanding to its high-performance blockchain tools, right? So that is the latest on Sui itself, right? Sui is the fastest blockchain out there. Now, look, makes it bullish and really, really capable to handle a lot of the DeFi transactions. So we kind of see it overtake XRP very frequently and then creeping up being number two after Ethereum. So that will happen. That's because of the speed and the cost, right? So cost effective and yet so fast. So let's hop over then to Board Toilet Club. Yes, I need to make a post with Board Toilet Club. I got some on the floor NFTs for like very cheaply.
Nice. Very
Yeah, some
nice.
people drop them, and
You're
then
out
when you
here
see
with your
something
broom
drop, yeah,
cleaning up.
I mean, like, yeah, one even for I think it was a mistake. Somebody was fat
Whoa.
fingering at the moment that I saw it. It was like $5.
Yeah, that's happened to me before on accident. I
So,
listed something I didn't mean to. Oh, it's the worst.
for $5, I will get into my
Uh,
little. I have, of course, I hold Sui, so for me, it's then very easy to do it from my Sui.
yeah, I did one that was like zero point 0.5 soul for like 0.05 soul on accident, and yeah, I had listed it and it got snatched like I accidentally dropped a zero. It was for another NFT, but yeah, that sucks when that happens.
Yeah, it does, right?
Yeah,
Well,
you
it
got to be
happens. So
careful.
that's why you need to stay. Sometimes you need to stay on it.
Yeah, stay focused. I was new to Tensor Trade. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was when I was like very, but anyway, very green.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, yep, yep.
Well, yo,
Let me
we
look
got
at
this
while we're doing.
video. Check this out. So,
Yeah,
Jobiak,
that's
the
why.
the lady from Nigeria that makes the
Yeah.
videos of her, so she has one of her doing toilet. So she's doing a full on monologue with the microphone about the growing meme community of toilet. And so I just thought that was cool. It's so bullish to see people actually taking the time to sit down in front of the camera and say, hey guys, I'm super bullish about this. Like not enough people are doing that. You see Murad doing that. You see like a few key figures doing that. Like that takes some cojones. That takes some guts to actually, put yourself out there like that and say, hey, this is what I'm bullish on. So yeah, hats off to her. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just seeing the Board Toilet Club. We're just seeing all over the timeline, and I just wanted to say hi because Priest has joined us. I was hoping maybe he wanted to come up on stage and talk to us about the project a little bit, give us a little spiel. Am I in a vacuum?
Huh?
Oh,
No, no,
okay, cool,
no. I'm
cool.
still here. I'm still here with you. Don't worry.
Okay, but
I
yes.
was just looking up what we had about a board toilet club. Yeah, I saw that she was actually posting a lot about toilet, right? So toilet is another token that board toilet club is collabing with, right? It's not the same. They're not two of the same at all.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can look up something. So the alpha there is that you need to have that that little toilet, that new emblem, that new logo that they went with for toilet.
Uh-huh.
Somehow in some NFTs, this one is somewhere in the background. And there's something coming for those NFTs
What?
first. I don't know. It's called Spike or something. I don't know. It has a name. But some NFTs have that little one somewhere in the background or near the person in these NFTs. And so, yeah, there are some bullish ones that you see floating by of these NFTs, right?
Wow.
There's a lot to those. They do have a lot of traits, and like the face tattoos, the thing in the beards, LFF, like let's fucking flush, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
their how do you say their yell? The golden necklace with the toilet paper roll, right? The plungers, they have Sui eyes. Some have Bitcoin eyes. Some have plunger in their sunglasses, plungers. Some are in a treasury background, some are in the woods. But even if it's less rare, when it has that little toilet somewhere in the background, that's it's really still bullish.
Mm.
And so Sui alerts, the board toilet club is number 2. Popkins is number 1 on Sui on
Wow.
Tradeport right now, and board toilet club is number 2.
That's crazy.
Oh, that is crazy, isn't
Wow.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they're above the Dundies, or is it the Doonies?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Doonies
Yeah.
is number 7.
Wow, that's crazy to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Uh,
they're trending number 2.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
a few very like the huge NFT collections. So there's the Doonies. Let me see, who else do I see a lot of? Um,
Hold
the
on. I think
Puggies.
my neighbors are having a freaking party. I'm hearing people. What the hell? Oh, all right.
The Fuddies, the
So
little
what am I
owls,
hearing?
the Fuddies, you know, the Fuddies, the owls
Yeah.
with the kooky
Yeah. Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So the trending are the Popkins, Board Toilet Club, Potato Land, Prime Machine. Well, hold on. I'm gonna say something about it. People making a lot of noise here next to me. Prime Machine, the
mm-hmm.
MF Squid, Pudgies,
Mm-hmm.
Doonies, Rootless, Carry One, Tallies, uh, Society, and Suicide. Which is Suicide one? I mean, look, it is what it is, right? But I just don't think that's a bullish name for things just to begin with. But that's just me. Might be just me, right?
This
But
is
they're
kind of bearish. I found something. Uh-oh. Have you seen Suiba? Dude, what is
what the hell is
this?
this?
Oh man. This is I don't know if I like this. Here, I'm gonna DM it to you on Telegram. Look at this collection. This is interesting. Hmm. Like cease and desist letter seems appropriate. Look at that. That's intellectual property. I wonder what the legislation on this sort of stuff is like. Very interesting. I wonder when this collection was launched too.
Did I miss anything? I just had to step out. There were some
Oh,
kids from my
sweep. Yeah,
neighbors, and they
this
were kind of in my yard.
so this
I was
NFT
like,
collection. What do you think of this NFT collection I sent
which
you on
one?
Telegram?
All right, let's see.
This is something else. I don't think I like it. I don't think you'll like it either. I'd be
No, what is
surprised if you
this?
like it.
Go away. Yes,
Yeah, look
no,
at the collection.
no.
This is a straight what's the word
Fake dogs, fake dogs.
when you copy something? It's
Ah,
plagiarism.
yes, it
This is
is.
straight up theft. It's intellectual
Yeah,
property that they have stolen.
yeah.
That's
Maybe we should.
this needs to
Maybe
be
we should.
reported or something. Yeah, like
Yeah.
this is not cool. Straight stealing. Some like it's such an obvious. I mean, they're slightly different in color. They do purple and
Yeah.
blue and gray.
Yeah.
So they've tried, but look at the eyes. The eyes are
Yeah.
exactly the same. The side eye, not amused face thing. It's the exact same
I'm gonna
image.
send this link, Lamb
Yeah,
Mac. I'm gonna send it in the Moonlight Crypto. Maybe you wanna
they need. Yeah, this needs to
get
be.
to Bark.
Yeah, Bark and
Uh,
King
uh,
Ant and Suibo
Shiba.
should see this.
Maybe you want them to look at this because this is not cool. This is look alike too much, right?
Yeah,
This is like it's
exactly.
from the same thing. Yeah, it's not. That's just not cool.
And you know what's messed up about it is that people are going to see this and think that it's associated with Doginal dogs because no one in their right
That's
mind
why.
would do
Yeah.
this if they weren't.
No.
So,
No.
yeah, that's
Make your own. There's so much art you can make from yourself. Why you got to do
yeah,
this, right?
dude. Like,
Mm.
eh, the only difference is they added a weird tail. I don't know if you see the tail, but it's kind of like,
Yeah,
it,
that's so bearish.
yeah, the tail looks terrible. It looks like a fart coming out from behind it.
It does.
So, yeah. Anywho, I just wanted to spread
Yeah.
like I just came across this and I was like, okay, that's I don't like that. I don't like people stealing other people's stuff like outright like that. Like I understand if you get influenced and inspired by something, but just straight up stealing it completely, like come on, that's
Yeah, and just be like, yeah, let's put a tail on there. We call it, right? Yeah.
just throw a
We
tail
call it
on it.
different.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna do
ridiculous. They
pudgy
literally just put
penguins.
a tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do the same traits. Has to have the crowns. Has
Yeah,
to.
and the builder
This
hat.
is not
That's
cool.
when I was like, hold on,
Yeah,
wait, this is way too
yeah,
similar.
this
When I
is
saw
not
the
cool.
builder hats and the
Yes.
crowns
Yeah.
and the,
Mm.
all of a sudden you're seeing things that are like proprietary to Doginal dogs. The builder
Absolutely.
hats. Yeah,
The traits are very much alike, so that's not good. That they just took that and so I sent the link, Lamb Mac. I sent you guys the link, so maybe you want to take that higher up, and maybe they can do something about it, right? File a complaint at trade court
contact
or something like
HR,
that.
Human Resources. I'd like to
Yeah.
file a formal complaint.
No, you can. I think on trade port you can do that.
Yeah, like if
Uh,
somebody was putting out like vulgar or like illegal images or something, that yeah, they could be reported. There has to be a way, right? Anywho.
well, yeah. Well, look. See if we can get there.
The Wizards hats are so bearish. They're terrible looking. So the art's like not even. Oh my
No,
god, the art's so
this is wrong.
crappy, too.
This is wrong. Let me look up. Um,
The ball cap looks all goofy. Like the bill on the brim on the hat looks messed up. It just unfortunately they didn't even do a good job at replicating it. The 3D glasses
all
look
right.
terrible.
So here, maybe we could do something with that. I looked it up. Also, the phone number of where you can file that complaint. And I will also put that message in the Moonlight Crypto chat, Lamb and Mac, if you are listening and hearing this. And then you can just forward that information so they don't have to look. Here we go. All right, so I said forward also the information that he needs to file a complaint or get this addressed somehow, or maybe even go directly talk to that thing, because this is not cool. I just add a
Yeah.
tail and call it. Now, you need to, when you take over a brand, like you need to change a lot more. There's like 70% you need to change on something, and this is
Yeah.
not even close.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, yeah. You cannot just take something. You can be inspired, yes, exactly, but you got to
Right.
leave out 70% difference there.
Yeah,
And
we've
this
seen
is yeah.
we've seen a few that are inspired that are actually like the Saga monkeys on Solana. Those are you weren't too crazy about them when you saw them because the art's a little bit too low, like minimal. It's like 5 pixels on the profile picture, but
No.
those ones are actually a lot of developers and people in this Solana
Yeah.
ecosystem actually rock these ones. The floor is at 2.5 Sol for the Saga monkeys, so that project's actually, but it's unique. It's not like a straight up rip off of the Doginal dogs. The aesthetic of the pixel art is just
Well,
completely
there's a lot
different.
of pixel art, right? And every
Yeah,
pixel art is
yeah.
different.
Look
But
at CryptoPunks.
if you're
Yeah,
taking distinct traits and just copy them and then think that adding a tail is enough, it is not, right? And of course, they have an overall lower quality. You can tell, right? It screams that, but it looks alike enough that it can be confusing. And also, the traits are almost exactly the same. So this is not cool, right? This is just a copycat.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You need to change a whole lot. You can be inspired, but you need to change it. They could have done water dogs and do different things, right? And be
yeah.
inspired and make the dogs look completely different and be inspired. That's all fine. You do something like that, right? Um,
But yeah, the same
I would,
face, the
I would,
same
I would.
eyes.
Why are you looking for dogs on Sui? See, Doginal dogs are on Doge. This makes
Yeah,
sense,
yeah.
right? So on Sui, it would have made if you would have made seals the Sui seals or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
then be inspired by the seals, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know the seals, and then do that in pixel art. That's something different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have something that is actually alluring and much more closer to what the chain is. But this is ridiculous, right? Okay. Well, enough. Don't give him. Let's not give him our attention.
Right.
We addressed it. It's being sent to the Dojo Dog headquarters, and so it will be picked up. All right, let's move on to more bullish because it's just pissing me off.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just figured
This is
as I
pissing me off.
needed to point that out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, the Board Toilet Club obviously is inspired by the Board Ape Club. But do the NFTs look the same? No, they're not monkeys and apes, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
They're pirates. It's
Mm-hmm.
something. It's inspired, right? They, of course, you can see somewhat in the art that it's a little bit inspired from there, but also not too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an ape. It's a pirate. Something different, right? But alluring too. Now that can be fun, right? It can be done in a good way, like this, and it can be done in a wrong way, where you just start to piss off people. Okay,
Big
okay.
facts.
Fart coin on Suey. Let's talk about it.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Sue. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up on the Fartcoin on Sui, the number one narrative on Solana, has also come over to Base and is now coming over to Sui blockchain. So the Fartcoin on Sui dropped a little over a month ago. Let me see Fartcoin on Sui. It's currently sitting at a 200 and oh man, okay, I screwed that up. Fartcoin on Sui. I don't want to throw out the incorrect number. So close. Here we go. 261k. Is that right? Let me see here.
Yes.
267k market cap we're sitting at
Yes.
today. This first came to us at around like 120k, I think.
No, no,
No,
no.
lower than that.
30K.
Was it 30?
30K.
Oh,
Now you faded. I didn't.
hmm.
Right? 30K market cap. Coach came on here, and it was 30K market cap. And then it rallied all the way up to what was it? 400? 400K market cap? Or
Let's see.
700? Where were we? I don't know
I think
where
it
we
was
were.
700.
Yeah, it says something
Yeah,
like a good rip. Yeah,
yeah,
literally
700. Yeah.
parabolic rip. Yeah. And then it kind of, had a deep retracement, also a little bit of market sentiment playing in there. People are like, yeah, well, this is a meme token, maybe it dies. So you see these deeper retracements there. But Def never left you guys. He's building stuff. He's posting on YouTube all the
Mm-hmm.
time, teaching you how to use liquidity pools, how to do technical analysis. He's out there. And he created the Fartcoin strategy for this Fartcoin cycle. Very interesting, right? So, of course, it looks like a meme, but there's really much more to it here. And like I said, they're very knowledgeable as well, very involved. All the whales are still holding, very much involved, and nobody left there, right? A core team is there, core community is there and growing. And so the dev built a wormhole for many other cryptocurrencies to be swapped directly for Farcoin on Sui. So the people who hold Farcoin on Sol and Farcoin on Base can also now just swap very easily to Farcoin Sui, right? So yes, joining that Fartcoin cycle over there. So bullish about that. You guys should join the TG.
Yes.
Bob Silla was on stage but dropped down. I don't know. Maybe you guys get to shill. We'll stop talking. I'm sorry about that whole trade port thing that just came. Maybe it took some time. Sorry about that, you guys. But
Yes,
it's
let's
good
hear
that
those
we caught it.
shills.
Yeah. I'm ready for some shill. So I did my shill for Farcoin. I'm a holder of Farcoin. I'm a proud holder of Farcoin, right? I'm all about it.
The farts don't stop, baby. That's what
So
it
so
is.
I
The farts don't stop.
well, that's what it is. Hot air rises.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's go. We got King Crab on it. Good morning, King Crab.
Good morning, Wild. Good morning, Tick.
Hey, good morning.
Everybody in Tick's X live and on YouTube. You know, like you said, farts do rise. So,
Hell
uh,
yeah.
yeah,
How are
yeah,
you
we're
doing
just
today?
we're plugging right along. I'm busy at my 9 to 5, but also we're we're still crawling across everybody's spaces, across everybody's timelines, riding those suey waves, and just like Fartcoin, our main people are sticking around, and you know, we just keep building, we keep growing, and having fun.
That's awesome. Let's see. So yesterday I created those little images of the king crab character as a Lego. Um, what do you think of that? It's pretty cool. I'm gonna
Oh,
try.
those are cool. I got
Yeah.
to thinking, you got Fortnite and you got Lego
Ooh,
Fortnite. It'd be nice to have little Lego King Crab on Fortnite people can run around with.
that'd be sick. Yeah, like a game model. Okay. Yeah, I'll see what I can. Just because I like messing around with the PFPs and stuff and styling them different. Doing one like a 3D rendered king crab, that'll look pretty trippy. So yeah, I'll fire something up real quick. But um, but yeah. So let's see, king
Yeah.
crab
Hey,
yesterday.
but
Mhm,
just some info, just in between. I'm gonna squish it in between because
mhm,
I see somebody asking. I'm just looking in that Fartcoin TG.
mhm.
There's somebody say, "Hey, we should post a TG link in the comments in every time we raid." No, no, don't do this. You get shadow banned after 3 times of doing that crap. X don't like it. You need to realize that crypto Twitter is a thing, but it is when you're talking about crypto on X or on any social media, you're already immediately being seen as sus. And this is because of all the scammery that's going on. And so the algorithm is trying to pick up on who is the scammer and who is not. And so if you're going to just spam the TG link, guess what? The algorithm will see you as. Yeah. So you don't even need to be a bot, but then you'll be seen as a spammer because a lot of these rugs and scams, they do blast these TGs and websites and whatnot all over, and so that gets picked up on, and you're gonna be seen like a scammer, and so you gotta get shadow banned at least. And if you keep that up while you're shadow banned, your account is gonna get locked and you can throw it away. So don't do that. Just tell people to get into the TG. That's enough. Go on
Mm-hmm.
the Twitter, and from there go to the you have the right TG. Go to the Twitter handle. From there, join the TG. There's no other way around it, right? Yeah. Don't get wrecked, you guys. Okay. Sorry about that. It was just
No, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. You told me that a while ago. Posting outbound links it will get you deboosted. So yeah, but
yeah in the
just
lead. Yeah.
telling people to hop in the telly though, hop in the TG. That's
Telegram.
yeah, just
Yeah. No, that's a red flag. Immediately you'll be picked up on. Not even a joke.
for
Don't do
posting that
that.
link.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's known, scammers use these outbound links to TGs all the time and websites as well. So you don't do that. Outbound links, what we mean is that links within Twitter are bearish as well. Don't get me wrong, like a link to a post from somebody else, but at least that's all inside the ecosystem of X. Outbound is when you're linking to something that X cannot track, like Telegram, like another website. Like, and so if you're posting websites too much, it's problematic. Also, the numbers for marketing are also telling you that you should not go in that direction to begin with, just marketing wise. You know what works the best, that has the most click throughs?
What?
In your bio, your
Mm.
website, on your bio, your links there, these have the most click throughs, not the ones in comments or not the ones in posts. Do your research, right? Do your research.
Mm.
So, yeah, also tell the community. But when you're rating and you're having a community, that's you need to rely heavy on rating and stuff, right? And getting the word out there from the community. Teach your community so you don't get people in there asking, why are we not doing this? Why are we not doing that? Well, because it's no use. Yeah. So teach them how to rate, so everybody's account stays healthy. So that's where you get the most boost and the most views. Retweets are bearish. Yes, it doesn't deliver anything else. It will get community accounts wrecked pretty quickly. No retweets. Quotes reposts, however, better. Bookmarking, even better boosting. Yeah. And we're not going to go and look at all these bookmarks later, are we? So everybody forgets the bookmark was the most powerful tool. More powerful than your retweet will ever be.
Mm.
And so, if you are retweeting, if you want to do that, you can, but you just need to make sure that you have at least like three of your original posts out on your own timeline in a day. So the algorithm is not just seeing you as an account that's just blasting for another account, aka a bot account, right? So yeah, um, yeah. Well, I didn't know. Great point. Yes. I'm in spaces talking about it. Yeah. So, and then look at what really works. You have AI. You can now ask and see what works. The most click throughs you get is from your bio. So, what do you need to do as a token, as a project? Or if you are a community member and you want to have a link in your bio, I wouldn't. I would do the link for what your bread and butter is going to be. Some passive type of income should be in there. uh, um, People are gonna, you then need to entice them to go to your what, your page, your profile. That's your job when you comment. Yeah, so when you comment and you're engaging, people want to go to your profile and see, hey, what's that about? And so your post should be geared towards how to bring people to your profile. Also, if people spend more than 6 seconds on your profile is getting boosted in the algorithm. So it's not about posting links or getting people in there. No, that's not what we do on X. Your job is how to get as much traffic to your profile as possible so you get as much click throughs on the links in the bio as well as a very highly boosted account. Yes? All right, cool. Were you talking, Dick? Your
No, I'm
microphone is.
sorry about that. That was I a video had opened up on my
Yeah.
side. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time too. I don't know if you can hear stuff in the background, but the neighbors definitely have some type of party going on here.
Hmm.
And there were for kids running through my garden.
No, I can't. We can't hear it, or I can't hear it.
Oh, well, I told them they could, but I live on the water, so there are some planks that are kind of dangerous. But I just put something in for it. I don't care if they play in the yard a little and get some berries off my and some apples off the apple tree. It's fine, but
Huh.
they need to be safe. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Let's welcome Botzilla. But King Crab, just take some notes on that. That's your job when you're doing marketing on X, right? Job is get much
Oh,
people traffic. Yeah,
oh yeah, I'm always taking notes, mental notes.
yeah,
Notes as I'm going. Yeah, because there's always room to grow. There's always new things to learn to help the growth, and I thank you all for it.
yeah, yeah. So realize every reply you make to somebody else is also content. Realize this. So also there you have a chance. That's your business card, and you have a chance to entice people to visit your profile. And that the magic in that is to give them what they want. You got to give before you get. Right. If somebody is asking a question about something, give an answer that's authentic to you. Right. And so when it's authentically you, the people that are drawn to you will then look at your profile. The people that are not vibing with your answer, they will not. Right. And so and it's kind of it's weird that we in spaces we can use our voice and tone and without body language, right? In real life, we have everything, but we don't on here. But it's funny that even through word choice and cadence of words, we still get a vibe from what you're saying, right?
Hmm.
So just be very aware of that when you comment, don't do it. I notice myself, I'm guilty of it sometimes too, when you're sometimes go on autopilot with things and it's not good. And when you do that too much, you'll notice the next day you get a little bit of a deboost going, right? And because you're not vibing. Anyway, yeah, Botzilla. Good morning.
Hey guys, GM. Hope you guys are having a great day. Just wanted to stop by, show some support to all of you guys. Always grinding every single day at 1 p.m., except for Sundays, right?
Hmm.
But yo, big shout out
Indeed.
to you
Look,
guys.
unless we're very bullish,
Yes.
yeah, when it's really ripping the market, we're in our DMs going like, "Shall we just cook the space?" Right? Let's just cook the space. So yeah,
Yeah, a couple
what
of
you,
weeks ago we couldn't resist when we were at
yeah,
122, 119
yeah.
to 122. Man, yeah, we had to go live for sure.
Yeah.
Wanted to talk about it.
I was on my day bed and I wasn't relaxing at all. I was just let's just cook up a space and do it anyway. But good to have you here, Bob Zilla. I was saying it wrong the whole time. Bob Zilla, volume bot on at Sui Booster. Yeah, that's what it was. Kind of needed a reminder. I'm sorry. How are you doing today? How you been?
I've been doing pretty good. I finally finished up the volume bond on Hyperliquid, so we're ready to launch our token there tomorrow
Rock and
from
roll.
Sui Booster. So I'm excited. I'm very bullish. Hopefully, we can catch some ice over there so they can start utilizing our bot, and hopefully the volume comes back to Sui. We're still waiting for some bullish sentiment to come back, but it looks like two top coins on Sui did rip over 200%. So that's very bullish, and hopefully more
Farcoin
is to
on
come.
Sui, 107%.
There you go, another one. So little by little they're coming back. Hopefully we can see Farcoin over 1 million at least, so that people can start catching the narrative and start coming to Sui, because it seems like every other chain has Farcoin going much higher than Sui. So I'm always looking for uh, the narrative plays to go higher in Sui, because if they win, we're gonna win because money trickles down, right? It's a trickle down effect. The main narrative pumps, and then you get the secondary drip from that. So I'm always looking to see projects really go up high, and we've struggled for some time here in Sui. So hopefully that changes here in the upcoming days, in the upcoming weeks. I think maybe weeks, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, we'll see some volume coming back into the Sui ecosystem.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think Sui is going to do very well. I've already said before my reasons why. And you just have to deal. I mean, it's already a lot better. I was talking about Sui when it just came out of their testing phase with Aptos and that retracement, and everybody's giving up then too. And that always happens with young blockchains because people do not know and don't do any research, right? So they have no clue what they're holding at all. They just want the bags to pump. And that's actually the majority of the people in the space. And you can make use of that, right? You can make use of that information and get yourself in a position to buy the blood. But it takes a little while, and sometimes it takes longer, depending on where they showed up in the market, where they started. Of course, that was they're 2 years in and started in the bear market. That's I think that's a good way to do it because it's you got to build that trust and foster community, and so at one point he will hold pretty good. But hey, Sui last year. and Sui now is a big difference already. So we should be happy somewhere. Adding $3 to the floor, that's no easy feat for a blockchain to do, and then hold it too, right? And so when this gets to be in price discovery, that's when crazy things will happen. When Sui will start to take the last all-time high out, which is it is going to do. That's a given. There's not much we can be sure of in crypto, but that Sui's going to take out its own all-time high. Yes, it's evident. And when it does, it's in price discovery, possibly at the same time that Bitcoin is, just like last year. And that's when you see some kind of craziness happen on that chain. The thing is, are you going to double down and get ready for that? Or are you saying, yeah, I'll wait till then, right? And that's the most people wait till then. But things pump so hard, so quickly. Last year, Hippo in September, let me look up on the thing how much it did in what time, because that was so crazy. Um, Let me look that up actually. Might be fun. I think it's fun to look up. You guys think it's fun? Um, do, 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 do. Let's look at this. Yeah, it ripped from literally from nothing to 100 mil within just a few days, 3 4 days. So if you think you have time when that happens, and well, that clearly shows you do not. And it peaked to 300 million within 2 months. So from that 100 million, it still did it 2x, but it took a little bit longer to get there. But the initial rally to 100 mil happened within a matter of days. Yeah. So yeah, it was doing 150% on a daily, almost like crazy numbers, like minimum 150%. So shit on the phone. Well, that should tell you something, right? The problem is, are you gonna wait, or are you gonna get yourself ready for this? For me, it's I'll take the chance and get ready for that, right? I'll take
Mm.
the chance. Lofi did similar move. And Lofi was actually after the fact a little bit, right at the end of all of that storm on Sui. Um, and Axel did great as well in that time, right? Um, and they were actually getting that doesn't happen too much, but I know like Hippo and stuff, they were actually getting a lot of attention because Hippo was the first, the first successful meme token, I should say. They called it a Sudang, right? Hippo. They called it a community takeover, which I have to doubt. I have my doubts, but it is what it is. It can still be bullish, obviously. But I know that these were ones of the yeah, in the rare events that listings, exchange listings, are being offered then a little bit easier at a little lower prices, right? Because it's so bullish, shit ton of volume, and then they're getting approached maybe a little bit more, right? And that's rare. So yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Let's see. Fartcoin launched on Solana in October of 2024, blasted past 1 billion market cap in just weeks. Who knew
Crazy.
flatulence is such a powerful rocket fuel? Now it's quietly relaunching. Ooh, that's not accurate because it's not a relaunch,
Yeah.
but it's quietly relaunching on Sui with a modest zero point 0.5 million market cap. From moonshots to mere farts, how mighty! So this was a little blog post I had it like generate or whatever. I wanted the
Yeah.
basically comparing Sui and Solana. I'm not gonna post it. I
Yeah,
don't like
so
it
that's
enough.
what we call the fart coin cycle, right?
Mm, yeah.
Yes, yes. Fart coin on base, fart coin on Solana, of course, and fart coin now also on Sui. And of course, Sui has the one on Sui has the lower market cap, and yeah, be careful. It's volatile there, right? If you're a low market cap, you need to have the balls to buy these low caps.
Yeah.
But when you do, it pays off, you guys. That is no joke.
Yeah, that's crazy that it ripped like that today. That's when I saw your post that was like, "Hey guys, check out Fartcoin." I was like,
That's-
"What?" Because the last like week, I thought we were gonna be sitting in that limbo, pulling back for a little bit longer. But
yeah.
there's some bullishness there somewhere, appetite for risk or something. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was
well,
an awesome surprise.
it has that degen flair, right? It has
Mm,
that degen appeal just by name. I think, yeah, of course. But the dev is actually building stuff, right? So it's a you may think it's just a meme coin, but on Sui, on Sui, a lot of projects on Sui are building stuff. You don't see that on the meme coins on a lot of other chains.
mm-hmm.
And that is just that rub off of Sui, right? It incentivizes that building part, and it's crazy how that translates to project owners, right, and teams.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah, let's build something, and you
Yeah.
never have that, and you never have that on any other chain. It's like, yeah, let's build this and let's. It is kind of, I hate to say it, but it's kind of like Cardano vibes.
Well,
Yeah,
what's the alpha on Ika-chan? What's
Ika
going?
Chan. Yes,
Yeah,
let's go to Ika. Let's talk about
I'm wondering
Ika.
what's going. Like, let's talk about a limbo.
Yeah.
Let me see. So because we're
All
still
right.
waiting on something to finish
Uh,
for Ika-chan, right? Something still has is
mhm.
still yet to be launched.
Yeah. Yeah. Ika came in with a bang, right? When it was launched.
Well, yeah, so many bullish
Yeah.
developers that
Yeah.
that they want to incorporate that tech. So everyone, yeah, like Wall, like on board, like
Yeah.
immediately, and that whole collab. And so there's a few
Well,
other
I
ones.
think
So Ika is just
Wall. I
everywhere.
think Wall was later. Ika was sooner.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I go on the
So
timeline, it's still every day. We got lots of bullishness. Let me see. Ika-chan fam, Megalodon Sui. So Dev from Meg as well. Didn't he's
yeah.
come on here? Was
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
enough to give us
Yeah. Yeah.
5 whitelists for the
Yeah.
upcoming mint. So this,
Mm-hmm.
let me see. So I wonder when this mint is gonna happen. Oh, this contest just ended 5 days ago. But yeah. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
So let me just explain a little what Ika is.
Mm-hmm.
So Ika, Zero Trust MPC. So Ika is a blockchain infrastructure project, right? For Sui. It's a multi-party computation MPC network that enables native cross-chain asset control, allowing Sui smart contracts to manage assets across multiple blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, without relying on traditional bridges or wrapped tokens. Right. So that's what makes Ika bullish. It's what they do. And so they have the zero trust MPC. So ICA uses 2PC MPC, two party and multi party computation, cryptographic scheme, achieving sub-second latency and scaling to 10,000 transactions per second across hundreds of signer nodes, ensuring high security with centralized intermediates. And there's the D wallets. ICA token is their ticker. Application. ICA supports programmable Bitcoin, decentralized custody, DeFi interoperability, chain abstraction, and secure AI agent guardrails, making it versatile for developers and institutions. So Mainnet is now launched, right? There's an NFT collection, the Squid. I've seen them before. I kind of wanted to have. Somebody was saying like, "Hey, well, you need to have like Ika NFT." I was like, "Tell me what to buy, my guy. I'm dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me what to buy. Send me a link,
Yeah.
and I'll get it."
Yeah, the
Right?
NFTs seem bullish. That collection's
Yeah.
one that's it does well on the on Tradeport, if I'm not mistaken. It's up
Yeah.
there with some of the
Oh, yeah.
best.
Because it has utility, right? So yeah, it has that. The utility is not very clear, but it's kind of clear that you want it for that future utility, and it's kind of because they went main. They actually went main, I think, on the 25th of July. Ika went main
Okay.
with their MPC, and so these utilities will then pour out over these the Squid collection as well. So which is fun because in Ika means in Japanese it means squid.
Okay.
So that's kind of, and sui means water. So sui is the water chain. Sui. Let me just sniff some of that cool spoon. Yeah. So the Ika very bullish because it and then of course right now that these things are coming together. Can you see it? Also the Bitcoin integration on Sui, right? And Ika is a big part of that. So bullish on Ika. Their native token is Ika. Yep, and they have, of course, the decentralized proof of stake mechanism, like always. Crypto Nera wants to come up and speak about that.
Yeah, Mateo.sui had been rocking Ika and
Oh yeah,
PFPs
bullish.
for a
It's
while, but
bullish.
now
Yeah, yeah.
he's on the owl guys. I forget what those guys are called again, but yeah, I kind
Mm.
of his PFP is kind of an indicator of what
Yeah.
everyone's going to be talking about for the next
Well,
couple of
that
weeks
owl is
usually.
actually pretty old, right? So that was kind of his first PFP
Oh,
that I
okay.
got to know Mateo from. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's Crypto Nera. Good morning.
Good afternoon. How are you guys
Or good
doing?
afternoon. Well, it's good morning somewhere in crypto, so I always
GM.
just say good
Uh,
morning.
it, it's GM or good afternoon or good evening somewhere everywhere, ain't
Yeah,
it?
exactly, exactly.
But
Well, I yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I wanted to make a comment on what you were talking about, Ika. You know, everything that you said was really technical. But the thing that I like about Ika in a simplistic term is I think that it is important to bridge other cryptos to SUI. And that's the best way that I can kind of explain it is as it being a vessel to bring other liquidity to SUI. And I got a bag of Ika just because of that reason. I think that is important. And I think that we should support projects that can help onboard new people into our ecosystem. In addition to that, here's some alpha. If you guys do not know, there is a protocol called Navi Protocol IO. You can find it in the Slush wallet. Currently, right now, you can earn 160% on your ECA by lending it in the Navi protocol. So, why is that important? It's important because no matter if the price goes up or goes down, you're going to be earning 160%. You tell me where any bank or any other opportunity you can earn that type of rate. This is what DeFi is bringing to the table. It's empowering the users. So, me personally, I do like to dib and dab in the meme coins and the NFTs, etc. But I also like to invest my money in something that is a little bit more secure, something that is not as risky, and something where I can earn passive income. Since I invested this ECA on this Navi Pro protocol, I have been collecting rewards or more ECA in real time, meaning that every time that I earn some, I can redeposit it and earn on top of that. It's, like with traditional banking and we put our money in there and we earn interest, we got to wait until the end of the cycle to collect our interest, right? But on this, you can collect that interest as soon as you earn it,
Yeah,
meaning
and
that the
not just your
compounding of the interest can have.
yeah, not just your Ika. You can
Oh,
do
yeah,
wall.
yeah.
You can do wall on that too. Yeah, just Ika, you get the most, I think. Right?
Walrus,
Yeah,
deep,
deep. Yeah,
deep. Yeah, Ika right now has the most,
yeah.
yeah, has the most
APR.
attractive percentage. But yeah,
Yeah,
I am also, yeah, I'm doing deep, I'm doing DMC, I'm doing Blub. It's a lot of other opportunities out here for you to do different things with your money. And I would suggest that you all give it a try because, in my opinion, the DeFi It's what's going to bring more people to our ecosystem. The meme coins are fun. Yes, they are. But when you're talking about people that are really serious about their money and don't want to take too much risk, they'll dib and dab in these DeFi protocols first and then maybe start exploring the
Absolutely.
ecosystem a little more.
Absolutely. I'm always all over the utility, right?
Mhm.
And then for the fun, you can have the memes. But some of the utility on Sui are a lot of fun as well, or they're doing a good job trying to integrate that a little bit and not be all too technical. I love technical stuff, so yeah. Navi protocol is a borrow and lending, right? So it's you can there's a lot on there. You can supply assets like Sui, but also Ika. You can do Wall, right? Deep, etc., etc. So it has automatic leverage faults too, and it's crazy that borrowers can take over collateralized loans with the loan amount determined by dynamic. Well, I'm gonna go there because that's gonna too technical. You're gonna get a good ratio. For I see for Walrus, you get 40.8 now. I have my walrus there, right? So that's great. Yep. That's Navi is another one that you want to maybe look at if you are looking for things in a portfolio building, which I'm all about. Diversify portfolio. The Navi protocol is maybe something you want to have in there, not just have the APR there for the other tokens, but actually hold the token Navi. These things are always bullish, just like Ika on its own is bullish, right?
Yeah, that's so
But yeah,
crazy.
yeah, if it,
110 or no, 156% supply PR. That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Crazy. And so I had to jump
nice.
on it. And I go between that one, Navi and Sui Lend, and I kind of shop for the
Yeah,
best opportunities, to be honest with
yeah,
you. And if I
yeah,
see an opportunity,
Hmm.
guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go buy that token
yeah.
and
Hmm.
capitalize on that opportunity.
Hmm.
Absolutely. No,
That's
you're
so
one
cool.
clever woman. Yes,
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for
yes,
mentioning that because it's just funny that I was just like, oh yeah, what's the alpha uh, on Ika,
Ika.
and then you come through and you're like, yeah, you want the alpha on Ika? Check this out. And so that is
Crypto
so.
Nera is all about it. All about it. I
Yeah,
was
that's
Crypto
awesome.
Nera. You were in the Women on Sui space as well. I think we're on stage together, possibly.
I don't think I was on that one, but I am hosting the Women on Sui tomorrow at 10 a.m. So everybody here,
Oh,
come and support me.
I'm
This would be
coming.
my second space. What I really, the whole idea is I want to bring more women together in this space
Yes.
because it seems like we're so siloed in our own little things. But I'm hoping that we can start networking, coming together, and maybe start working on some projects together.
Yes, I'm bullish on it. I will come join tomorrow. When you have your link out, you can DM me with the link if you want to. And also, I'm just
Okay.
gonna have to turn notifications on because I don't want to miss. Right?
Thank you so much.
I'm coming to support you. I'm coming. Yes, especially you guys, the community on Sui is such a nice community, very knowledgeable community. If you're looking for people that want to actually teach you and guide you then to the right things, right? Without any, um, how do you say, motives, hidden motives. Of course, we're all here to pump our bags and say what we are bullish on, but that's as far as it goes. It's really genuine, helping people out, educating on diversifying and looking into projects that you can earn passive income with,
Suey.
what's going on Sui, right? And that is just sometimes for a lot of people in this space a warm bath, right?
Fartcoin
You get a
on
little bit of a
Suey.
warm bath feeling. They're like, oh, I do not need to get wrecked all the time and sit there with my Red Bull 24 hours a day trying to flip my bags around. There's different ways, and there's a lot of stuff on Sui that is going to be uber bullish in this way. And these APRs that are going right now, these won't last long, right? That is all when volume comes in. That's all coming down a little, and recognize that there's a lot of things on Sui that are done in how do you say, they work together with other blockchains. The blockchains amongst each other are not yet cussing each other out or something like that, right? So neither should you then, right? Be a chain maxi, so as in that you find it awkward to talk about Sui when you also hold Solana. The teams on Sui, like Sui Land, Send, is the team from Solend. It's the team from Solana, literally the same team that created Send, Suiland, right? And we have Solent. And so it's not like there's nothing new going on Sui. Is that on Solana, all these things get buried because of Pump Fund Bonk and what have you, right? But you can go to Solent, you guys, the Solana one, and have the same APRs for stuff there. Go ahead and look at it. It's all opportunity. There's more ways to roam, and some roads are more relaxing. So roads are more relaxing. We see some people coming up here. There we go. You guys, if you want to be on stage and join us, you're more than welcome to. Realize that we are streaming this space live on X and on YouTube at the same time. So we do have a lot of viewers there as well. They can actually see us here in the room. So say hi to people, show some emojis, show them you care, right? Because we figured, so I'm a little bit more technical and in the mind. And Tick here next to me is my co-host, and he's my creative genius, and so he's more visual. Well, I don't necessarily need that, but to combine that, both of our superpowers in a space where we can talk but also have visuals at the same time, because Tick is actually, and we talk about stuff. He's pulling up the website from Navi. He's showing all of that on the visuals as we speak, and so you can actually also look at what we're talking about and not just hear at what we're talking about, and maybe you can take some notes. Let's say hi to Wu, Christian,
Hello.
Christian Wu.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good
I was
evening.
about to say ni hao.
Ni hao. Yeah, I get that one a lot. It's so cool being on X and you just get to see people from all over the world. And ni hao is something that I learned just recently. But
Okay.
what a fun one. Ni
It's
hao.
it's because of the Wu.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Woo is one of the best things I've done for my account, honestly. Just adding that in there.
Yeah.
You know what that comes from actually is the account Weiwu. If you've seen on X Weiwu,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
my spirit animal. I think it's the funniest count on
Oh,
X. So
cool, cool,
that's where
cool.
that comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's also a Chinese last name. So the in China, your surname comes first. So your family name comes first. So that's when I saw Wu Christian. I was like, all right, ni hao,
Right? It's a
or
little,
not.
yeah. People don't really quite know a lot of times. A little bit of a question mark on who is Woo.
Yeah.
Uh, but
Who is
yeah,
Wu?
no, calling in from the United States, great state of Arizona, sun shining, plenty hot here in the middle of the summer. But
Nice.
yeah, I wanted to come on. I see all the SUI talk and I'm super bullish on that, all the different cross chains. Just want to introduce a bit of our project we have going on. It's a NFT collection and deals with DeFi as well. What we're doing is taking all the funds raised through the mint and then investing them into high yield liquidity pools, mainly through Aerodrome. If you look down in the purple pill, I did put one of our sort of GM threads in there, and you can see the kind of returns that can be acquired through Aerodrome. So, kind of the game plan we have is everyone who has those NFTs, we take snapshots, and then there's airdrops about a month apart. So everyone who has these NFTs that are included in the snapshots gets pretty much, from all the revenues and fees generated from those APRs, get sent directly to the NFT holders. Um, as you can see, I mean, the compounding rate on these sort of things. I mean, I love that we're talking about DeFi. I think DeFi is huge. I totally agree with Crypto Nero when you're saying that the huge possibility for actual savvy investors, they'll be looking at DeFi first because those do provide such a better, secure return than just playing the charts. You never know what's going to happen. It's a pure gamble whenever you're in a coin, really. So offering something a bit more solid, letting people get from 1 to 2 to 2 to 8, 8 to 20, as these airdrops get bigger and bigger. And right now we're minting on Solana, but as we grow and expand, and as these liquidity pools get bigger and bigger and bigger, we are going to be launching other NFT collections on other chains as well. So plenty of room for lots of people to get in, plenty of room for whales to whale around, and plenty of room for people that can just hold one or two to then grow that to, 4 to 8, 8 to 20, 20 to 40. And game plan is just to help people keep stacking on up, give them a on ramp for that, as well as provide a bunch of educational information in our Discord. So, if you get a bunch of money all of a sudden every month just drop to you, what do you do with that? And we think that it's a needed thing. People understand from all levels, whether you're just hearing the word finance for the first time or you're a savvy investor, just to know what your possibilities are and what you can do with your money to keep that growing, rather than just kind of always going to vending machines or always going to foodstuffs or just things that aren't necessarily gonna get you to that next level. And that's what we're doing over here on Soul Money Masters, minting now.
Yes, yes, it's minting right now. Tick, did you pull it up? This is on Solana,
Yes.
and so not Sui. So people in the audience will get it. This is not on Sui. It's on Solana. Um, and I'm just saying this not to be bearish, but a lot of people expect it because it's a Sui space today. Normally, any other day, as every chain, all chains, whatever, anything flies. It's just that a lot of people because you didn't mention very clearly Solana, people are like, oh, is this on Sui? And
Oh, my apologies.
yeah, no problem. It is on Solana, as pointed out. Something bullish on Solana, you can also earn APR with. So, yeah, if you're interested, follow Woo Christian here, and yeah, we'd love to have you back on stage and update us about your mints and what's going on. We are here from Monday to Saturday, and on Thursdays it's Thursday, and then it's Sui, and the rest of the days are whatever chain you're on, right? And we'll show everything, and then
Oh,
maybe we
perfect.
can give you a little bit more time to do so, especially for the live stream, and pull that all up. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Just that there's much
Yeah,
to
now I know
say
the
about what,
schedule.
yeah, do that. And there's much to say about a project like this on Solana. And then we have to then talk about Solana as well. And that's kind of why I'm saying it, right?
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah. Are
definitely.
you the
Well,
dev?
thank you for one of the devs. The other
Oh,
dev is Joe MG. So it's a two-part, uh, partnership for this.
yeah.
And Joe is actually the liquidity pool manager.
And when
So
did
we're this
you
whole.
launch? When?
We launched the 15th of July,
Oh, okay.
so just recently.
Sick.
Yep.
Right on. Well,
And
yeah.
with knowledge of the liquidity pools, that's Joe. That's Joe's specialty. He's made his mark and small fortune running liquidity pools up to where they're at a point to where you can put them in a lot much less risky
Hmm.
sort of liquidity pools, and those still produce such an APR that
Sick.
once you have your treasure up to a
Cool.
certain amount,
Yeah. 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 Well,
you
come
can just
back.
let it.
Come back and yeah. Normally we do we talk about Solana on other spaces. So come back. Yeah. We'll be up in tomorrow. Come back and we'll talk more about it. We want to hear more for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much for
Right
having me on
on.
stage.
Cool. All right. Have a good one. And then,
Have a good
Wild,
one.
who did you say you wanted to pull up next?
Yes, no, there's somebody else on stage with us, Primo Sui. So I'm going to say good morning and take my chances that it's morning.
Good afternoon on my side. I'm
Good
over on the
afternoon.
East Coast. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good.
Um, I was wondering if that Solana protocol, if we're planning on doing that on Sui as well.
That could
Oh,
be done on Sui. Something like that could be done. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
It could be done.
Are you looking to collaborate with anyone that's already on Sui, that's established, that can maybe bring more attention to your Solana projects on Sui when you do make the move, if you do make the move?
I think that's a question for Christian. But when I look at the timeline, I see that the whole collection isn't even minted out yet.
oh yeah,
So
six
so
hundred
so
for the Solana project.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I saw
And
that
so
too.
maybe collab is usually comes after stuff's minted out, right? And then when things work, you can transfer that more. That's something that I would think. But let's ask a Christian that question. Would you think?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely something with Doonies or Sui Lords
Suey
or
Lords.
both
Sui
would be
Lords are
great.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hold some Suey Lords as well. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
good, good.
those
Get
things are
more.
those
get
things are
more.
sick.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
we got Sui
oh,
lady. Every lord needs a lady. So everyone who has a Sui lord, you can either switch it up for a Sui lady,
yeah,
or you could
I'm
just
gonna
mint
have
the
to
Sui lady.
look. I've spent whole last year, and this is kind of like where I spend a lot of time in space, and I get a lot of shield too. And I just when the mints were there, I just sometimes you mint out some, and you kind of forget about it. I minted the Toilet Club as well. And then 2 weeks later, I was looking in a well, and it actually turned out I had like two or three rare ones. Right, it was a good mint, but I totally forgot about it. I forgot about Suey Lords. I forgot about the Suey Lady. So I need to go through what I actually have. But I was like, well, NFTs, you guys. Let's talk a little bit about NFTs then in this context, because I think NFTs are going to be so much more bullish. We see a lot more going on with the NFTs. It's heating up. We do see in 24 also when the market pulled there, right? When a lot of alts did relief rallies, really, really good. Immediately there was the runes and the Bitcoin ordinals being mentioned. These are always mentioned first, usually in that context, just like Bitcoin is the one that's always mentioning first when it comes to tokens. And so you start to see these things, and of course now Ethereum is making moves, and so now you hear a lot about what NFTs, Ethereum again too, punks, right? The punks, of course, these ridiculous, expensive, and beautiful Fidenzas, um, which if you want alpha, go to at Rensa Project. I'm just gonna mention it a couple of times because I'm not gonna give away more than that. But Rensa Project. One more time, Rensa project. Yes. So that's going to be on Ethereum as well. So keep an eye on that. But I see really a lot of talk about NFTs. I see it more and more in my timeline, and I'm trying to get out of my bias then, and then actually you could look at some numbers. And yes, volume is picking up on the NFTs. And so I think this time around, because the last bull run, NFTs were not really new, but also not. And it was kind of like at the end of things, right, when these things really went crazy, and you get to see these amounts just explode ridiculously. But these blue chip projects, these tier one collections, they have been out for a while. And so they get mentioned now sooner in the cycle. I really do see a shift for NFTs being mentioned sooner in the cycle. Now, is that going to be the new NFTs that are coming? Well, some of them might. But especially existing NFTs are the collections, the tier ones, and the ones that are um, built over the bear market and bullish and relevant, right? Big communities. You see those mentioned a lot and eyeballed a lot. So I think those are going to pull up with the market. Some, especially if they are just like well, I'm going to have to say Dojo Dogs, right? They're encrypted on Doge, and so they move also with the price of Doge, and so very interesting also there, right? So yeah, I do think NFTs are going to be bullish, guys. We should be paying more attention to those. Just another addition and a different addition to your portfolio, right? Let's see, Skullboy wants to come up. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about NFTs? Anybody?
I think with just the merging new tech, new technologies, um, just everything progressing so much further, that NFTs are a huge opportunity. You can really back them with anything. So, once you collect them, you can just say like, hey, every person who has this NFT gets a free juice box. Or you could say, they get plugged into some huge money making thing. And yeah, I think as more and more people get to like play around with them and understand the utility, it's going to be unreal, the kind of things that people imagine putting together with the NFTs. So I'm excited for them.
Yes, I think a lot of people are going to realize that there's some NFTs that the NFT stands for non-fungible token, right? So it can be coded as well, just as a token can, right? It has a contract, smart contract, and And so you can do a lot with these too, right? And I know EstateX is looking with the NFTs as well,
Mm-hmm.
also dynamically on RWA, right? So in the in real estate context as well, there's going to be that,
Mm-hmm.
and we see DeLorean coming out with an NFT that's tradable, but also very much to give you a leg up to actually buy the DeLorean when it comes out,
Mm-hmm.
which then rewards you and keeps track of the car itself through the same mechanism, right? And so bullish there that these things get tokenized and sometimes not tokenized in the token, but in a non-fungible token, an NFT. And so yeah, bullish on that. So the same thing goes like with houses, right? NFTs for your own house. That these things are going to be possible in the future, just like the NFT and the DeLorean that then belongs to your NFT. Everything is recorded. If you ever had an accident, damages, repairs, maintenance, that kind of stuff too, is very clearly there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have these for real estate as well. Basically, everything we own. It's
Yeah.
so important. Yeah, it's so
I feel
important.
like I feel like that utility alone is just like one reason. It's like, yeah, they're
No,
not going anywhere because they're going to be needed. They're essential, and they will be even more essential as time goes on and as they become incorporated into more things. And I feel like in the next 3 years is where we're really going to see that evolution take off as it's adopted by corporations and in the medical field, in the RWA, real estate,
education,
automobiles. Yeah,
education.
there's so many applications for it that are
Yeah, education.
just inevitable progressions in that technology.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, and we are so early in all of this. I just want to hammer that down straight up. I don't even care if you got rugged. I don't care if your bags are down. I don't care if you have to start over in
That should be a
crypto.
song. That
But
sounds like a I
I don't
don't
care.
care if your bags are down. So
But yeah,
it's a whole thing about I
go
don't
for it,
care about
Pink.
how many times you got rugged. I think
Yeah,
I got a
I
song I
don't
got to
care.
make.
I don't care. You're still only in the 3% of people that are even exposed to crypto. You're front running the whole world. How can you be sad about this? Okay, you lost some money, but you can do it again. There's multiple opportunities, and when you do it again, don't make the same stupid mistake.
Well, I don't know about that one guy, the one that he lost like $3 million on. What was it,
Yeah,
Libra? Remember that Libra
yeah,
coin, that Argentinian coin? He said
yeah.
he'd put three
Oh
million
God, I
dollars
remember
in
that.
and got liquidated, and so he was left with 500,000. And then a lot of the people in the comments were like, "Well, first of all, how are you that? If you had been in crypto for 10 years or what, however, I forget how many years he had said, maybe it was 3 years, but he had been, built up all this wealth over years and years, and lost it all in a second." And someone was like, "If you were in this crypto for that long, how could you be so foolish to make a
Yes,
mistake like that in a market that never rewards greediness?"
greed. Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
So it's
yes.
like,
Huh?
so they're like,
Yeah.
if you were truly seasoned, they're like, people were claiming that it was cap. And then other comments were saying, well, you still have $500,000. They're like, you're still doing a lot better than I am. So,
Well,
you know,
that's what I'm talking about, right? And diversify that, and he'll be back on his feet in no time. So
hmm
that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say here that scamming is good. No, we should not have that. Ruggers, no, we should not have that. But it is a part of life in general, not just in crypto. There's people stealing
exactly.
shit
Even
out of
with your
your
bank
house, out of
information,
stores,
your
out of
your
there.
Visa
Yeah,
information too. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So people act like, oh, crypto, it's like, so risky because it's the Wild West and your information can get compromised and stuff. And it's like same stuff
mm,
can happen with your bank too. And and sometimes the bank won't refund your, even though you're
yeah.
like
It
guaranteed and
happens.
stuff, they
Yeah.
still will investigate. And if the circumstances say that you were just irresponsible and accidentally, I had a friend, they had accidentally, well, it's a long story. Somebody
Yeah,
somebody
but
took
but
their
crypto Nira has her hand up, so I think she
I
wants to chip
apologize.
in
Yeah,
on the
let's roll.
conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
gotcha.
we're not always seeing that.
Oh, oh, I was just like when as you guys were talking,
hmm
I just had this thought like crypto could be like being in a toxic relationship. With some of those
Hmm.
ecosystems and the pump funds and stuff, it's like even though they keep doing you wrong, you just
Yeah.
keep going back
Yeah.
until you finally learn how to, okay, this isn't a healthy situation for me.
Yes.
Let me
Yeah.
do a better job at picking a better boyfriend
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
These are the qualities that I want to see in this person or this crypto. Let me go and try something different instead of trying the things that did not work and continually hurt my
Mm.
pockets.
Wild says that all the
Absolutely, you
time.
are so right. Wild,
Yeah.
yes.
Wilder always says that.
As I'm a psychologist, and this is something, money is you, right? It's an extension of you. And just like in bad relationship, what happens there, you lack self-respect and self-esteem, and you're giving somebody else power over you, right? And same thing happens with money. You put the money on a pedestal and you're gonna be greedy. Where does that come from? You're not respecting yourself, nor did you respect the time that you got that money. You're not even thinking about that. If you have a job, especially if you have a job that you don't like, why would you then take that money, that hard earned money, doing something that you despise to do, getting out of bed in the morning feeling, oh, fuck, gotta go mind that fear, right? Yeah. Why do you buy then trying to flip the bags with high risk of getting rugged? Why would you expose your hard earned money that was harder maybe to earn than some other people and do that? Why would you do that? That's disrespecting yourself and your time. And listen, in the end, time is all we got. This game here is finite. I don't care what you believe in, but nobody came back with proof here. So I'm just gonna have to go from the premise that our time is finite. There are no second chances here. The clock is ticking. Why are you disrespecting yourself? Why are you hanging out with people who ghost you and you think it's bullish? Yeah, somebody ghosts you. They don't want to talk to you. Move on. It's not your people. Yeah. Oh man, I have girlfriends that go, yeah, well, what should I say? So he texts me back. I was like, why do you want him to text you back? He ghosted you. Why do you want somebody like that in your life? Right? And but it's the same with the rugs. It's like, yes, well, the more this is thing that relates to trauma and possibly even childhood trauma. People who have trauma, and when I say trauma, it's not per se being sexually abused or abuse of any other type. You can feel slightly ignored. Maybe your parents had ideas around money that keep you from making money. Maybe it wasn't even your parents, but somebody else said some things to you and it really stuck, right? It can be very little as that. It can also be very big. But you having greed and needing a fast patch for something financially is not being solved with that finance. I can tell you that much. That's something that you need to resolve in yourself. And as long as you don't change that, your money situation is not going to change because it's just a reflection of you and what you believe to be true. And if you believe that you don't deserve respect or that you're less than worthy of, then other people will notice this because look, here's the thing. You might not see yourself as valuable enough or worthy enough, but other people see exactly what you're capable of, and they will hijack you and what you can do and use it for their agenda, right? People are aware of your capabilities even if you are not. And it's usually not the people that are bullish. They're the people who want to manipulate you and take you for what you got. Whether that being a one night stand, or whether that being taking money from you or rug you. Yeah. So yes, I'm gonna do a space together with Edge. We have been talking about it, and we're gonna do from next week on. In his space, we're gonna do a mental diet. We're gonna do a 7 day mental diet to turn this around, right? To have some things in place that we can do every day a little so we can change that mindset a little bit. And I've been working on Tick here, and Tick is coming around, and Tick
Yes,
has a
indeed.
good portfolio now, and you're in the green. Things are pumping. We're getting ready, and so one at a time, you guys. But yeah, I've been in this spaces talking about this for a long time, and I've been actually kicked off of meme coin spaces where I was on stage actually saying, this is bullish meme coin, but hey, diversify that portfolio. And 2 words after it was like, whoop, kicked off the stage, right? Because what they want you to do is put all the money in that token. That's not a good thing. And if a project is saying to you, Ape Life Savings all in, even jokingly, no. It's a no. It's a no, right? Um, you should have community be bullish and have a healthy portfolio, because they will DCA harder and better into your project as well, right? It's never a good sign if they are very amped about you investing all you got into one thing. And it's not healthy. Yeah, that would be like a relationship where somebody is like, yeah, you just can hang with me. And then you get estranged from your friends and stuff. Is also not healthy, right? You should be able to talk to people and your friends. Same thing. So I'm seeing a lot of overlap, but it's got to do with your with who you are, right, and who we are as humans, and our behavior in crypto is no different. Actually, the charts are measured by human emotion. That is what we see on the chart. So what does these red and green candles now actually stand for? And that is we are seeing the ebb and flow of human emotion when it comes to something valuable. That's what we see. Actually, the reason why we use Elliott waves and Fibonacci. So Elliott and Fibonacci, these guys, they didn't have these tools to measure for stocks or crypto. Not at all. What
Mm.
they measured, what they measured was
Mm-hmm.
expansion and retracement in nature.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we are humans.
Organic design
Yeah.
or organic
Yep.
evolution
Mm.
and
Organic
proportions that
evolution.
are evident. Like if
Yes.
you look at your hand and like the distance between like your knuckles
Yep.
of your fingers, for instance, that's like the Fibonacci sequence, or
Yep.
like a
Sequence. Yep.
spiral. The basically the structure of a spiral, or anything that's a
Any structure.
yeah, the way a
how
tree
how
grows, the way it
how rocks
branches.
how
Yeah,
rocks are stacked, how the river moves, anything.
yeah,
And
it's
because
wild.
humans, yes, and because humans are a part of nature,
Yeah.
we can use Fibonacci on a chart,
Mm-hmm.
and it will then do the expansion and retracement
Mm-hmm.
of that chart,
Yeah, that's why it
because
looks
it
like
is.
a funny
Yeah.
staircase or whatever.
Yeah.
When you look,
Exactly.
it goes
And
up
we
and then it retraces, but only so much, and that
let
percentage.
me
Yeah.
blow your mind
Mm-hmm.
here, right? So we see that sometimes in life we really accelerated something very quickly, and then we reach the top, and then from there we go down. And this
Mm-hmm.
has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
When you go a little parabolic
Mm-hmm.
yourself, right? You're like on a roll. And I really noticed that as an athlete, that when you win the gold, and now what? And sometimes you have to gonna let yourself retrace there and know where the top is in, right? And it's gonna happen naturally. But you never in life go back to the same point that you started on. And this is why, because we are always expanding through time, right? So growing, a plant cannot do anything but grow. We grow older, cells are changing all the time. The universe itself is still expanding here as we speak. So we sometimes go parabolic in there, but we never go back to the same point that we did before. Never. Because it changed us. And because we changed, we can never go back. And so we go up in the chart, and then we have to have a retracement to where we agree. Sometimes we have to retest some beliefs about ourselves there, right? Come up with a different configuration to move forward again, to move up again, right? So when I have this saying, when you're feeling low in life, and I know it can be low, I treated a lot of people, and people do awful things to people, to animals, people, and everything. It happens. I mean, Stephen King can't make it up that
Mm-hmm.
bad. But it's always champagne in the fridge, you guys. When you're feeling at your lowest point, put a champagne bottle in the fridge. At one point, you can only go up. At one point, there will be the idea, there will be the impulse that will take you up. You meet that person that says something, and you're like, oh, right? Boom, up. It can happen like that in an instant, and you should expect that, because this never fails. And even the people walk around with a shit ton of trauma. I do have to say this. I don't want to make it a space like this where we go down rabbit holes like this. But all the people that I treated with trauma, they all said one thing, that one little light that they had in that all of that darkness that they went through was often especially when it happened in their childhood, was often the person that smiled at them, the neighbor who offered the candy and was friendly. Yeah. So always be friendly to people, always smile, especially when you see a kid. Smile. Don't let them think that the world is an awful place. There's still people smiling, right? And that tiny little thing might actually mean so much for somebody's survival. It really does. It never fails. It was like, yeah, there was a lot going on at home. And I got beaten and whatever abuse was going on. But there was this nice lady who always gave me a candle and she smiled at me, right? And so be always a person that smiles at other people. Yeah, especially children. You never know. All right. Well, we need to revert back to crypto because I'm going off the deep end here. The deep end. All right. Tick, what else we got?
No, on Sui, I mean, right now I was kind of just doing some stuff on Monad,
Yes.
because I just want to make sure that I'm like moving it with Monad
Mm-hmm.
still.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I so
Shall we pick
I've
that
been
up?
accumulating though, and it's like getting super annoying because like I keep accumulating more and more Monad, but like I
Mm-hmm.
don't know like what's I mean I keep staking it and everything, but I don't
Yeah.
know what to even like spend it on. Like if I guess I could be buying more tokens and stuff, but it's like
That's what
it's
I did.
you
That's
just
what
keep
I
buying
do.
more. Like I keep buying more. What's the ticker token on Pandaria?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so or what is it called? That token mill. So when I go to token mill, it's called Pandaria token mill. Yeah. So that king of the mill.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. So when I go on here,
Shall we
but
shall we
anyway,
do
yeah,
that tomorrow? Because this
yeah,
is a Stewie space, and
yeah,
people are like, "Hey, what's the ticker? Have a token?" Well, it's a testnet token. You guys,
yeah.
we're not being serious. We don't have a token of our own. I wouldn't want a token of my own. Imagine the headache of people in the TG going to have to do something, and I'll
Yeah.
be like,
Haven't
"No."
that's kind of asking for it. Having a bunch of people trying to like farm the
Mm,
liquidity out of the token, extract liquidity out of it as well.
yeah,
I could
yeah.
see that
Mm.
being a thing.
Well, we're gonna talk about Monad and testnet Monad and how to become eligible for possible airdrop of Monad. Let's push that then through to tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and let's close out this Sui space with some
Yeah. Do
music.
you wanna? I was gonna say, should we glance at Bitcoin real quick just to see before as we're
You
closing
wanna
it
look
out?
at big?
Is at one
Well, look.
sixteen 5 still? So I just
All
wanted to know
right.
if
Let
that
me
was a
just.
bullish. Let me see. So if
Yes.
I put it on the 2 hour, it looks. Oh yeah, we have like. It looks bullish. It looks so as
Yes.
long as we close out above 116.5, that would be
Okay.
bullish.
So
But it's gonna pull back,
I'm gonna
isn't it?
teach you something here. So go to the 4 hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, Go to the 4 hour. Your stochastic RSI is already in
It's at the top. Yeah.
overbought conditions.
Yeah.
Also, you see these wicks where they come at the same price. It
Mm.
means that price is squaring up.
Mm. Okay.
And every time, look at the chart
Yeah.
before when price is squaring up. Let's look at Sunday 27th. Price squares up, down. Price squares up, down. That price squaring, what you see, that these wicks,
Mm.
they are either lower and lower or the same. And that's just because this where we come up in this former pretty hardcore floor that we had for a while, that value area of um, 17 to 18 and a half, something like that, here or there, right? That zone we spend a lot of time on. So that's acting as resistance. So we're getting rejected here. That squaring off is rejection. Then we're going to possibly retest at 115. That's what we then need to do. We're going to have to land in the 115 range, retest back, and then we can push through in the former value area. But it's got to make these moves, right? Because what we had as support before, we lost. There was a pattern failure. We went down. We filled that last bit of the CME gap there that we were talking about at the time. Retested that where we started pumping at the 112, and so now we're coming back. But as you can always see, what you also see is that price is squaring up. Yes, but what letter did it make on the bottom?
A W?
Yes, and that's a reversal indicator.
Yeah. Okay.
Is
Okay.
this
So we can start. We can maybe see an uptrend go the. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
on the
There's like
we are
another
talking about
channel that.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So we are talking about the fourth hour. What does the fourth hour give us? It gives us a prediction. I would say less than 24 hours, 20 hours, within 20 hours, something like that, right? So the daily we look for 2, 3, 4 days out. And so that fourth hour is a little bit out as well.
Well,
So
check
I
out the
would use
live
the,
stream. So on the live stream, I drew
yes,
some. I'm not. I don't think that this is right, but I don't know if you could
you drew
blank set it.
something?
Yeah. Well, I was trying to draw the trend line with like the W following it, but I don't think I
No,
did it
you can't.
correctly. That's not right.
Yeah, no, that's not right. Well, you can do it like that. It just means that we haven't broken out. But you're doing that trend line right. That upper trend line is correct.
Okay.
And that you see that, but you have it on a higher time frame. Now, is that on the fourth
This
hour?
is 4 hour. I
Oh,
just zoomed
okay.
out a little.
Oh, you zoomed out on the fourth. Let
Yeah.
me
Here,
do
let me
that
reset
again.
chart
Yeah,
view. Here we go.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
I'll.
See, then you see clearly that W, right?
Yeah,
See
this
it?
one. Yeah, to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an indication for a reversal. So, yes, exactly. What you're drawing there is exactly where we're going.
Yeah, I just deleted the scribble, but
Yeah. No, that's fine. The scribble
so but then when it
looked pretty
hits,
much good.
yeah, so at like 115 and a half in a few days, that's when we would
Hmm.
expect to see a squeeze possibly.
Yeah. Can you now see that that trend line is clearly pressure?
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
channel that it's forming. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, that Bitcoin loves to move in these the
Yes.
bull flag
Yes.
formations. Let me do
Yes.
the
Yes.
2 hour reset and then here I'll go to the daily then. Let's see how that looks. So when I go on the daily, then it becomes more evident. I'm going to reset chart view. Now you can see the
Yeah.
bull flag formation
Yes.
clearly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so all we see then, so that means is more time because when you look at the RSI on the bottom, you see it coil at the bottom coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's
Yes.
building that momentum. So as that builds, as it consolidates in this channel,
Yeah.
then we should expect to see an outbreak and a
A
rally.
hop over.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so we do expect a rally next week, something like that. It is a bullish continuation. That whole process here is a bullish continuation. Nothing here was invalidated at all, even though the initial pattern failed. And so then it always takes some time to get back from that. But at the same time, it relaxed these RSIs, especially in the daily, for us to have some rubber band to do another push. And so because it's on a daily, we can expect, to see that golden cross on your RSI. See the golden cross. Now
Mm-hmm.
it does look to me a little bit more flabby. It's not that steep up, and that's because just it kind of needs more volume, right, for that to rise more steeply.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks really, really good, nevertheless. So maybe even Sunday pumps again, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're looking a few days out, so
Mm-hmm.
Sunday pumps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's that's how we were a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
Thursday, we had just recovered from like bleeding days, and we are so back. And then and then we're like, oh, we might expect to see pumps on Sunday then. And
Yeah,
then, sure enough, that Sunday was like epic. I remember we were all
yeah,
just like beside ourselves with excitement.
yeah.
And then,
So much that we open a space.
yeah, the cycle just becomes so it's like business as usual as like institutional money like liquidates hundreds of millions at a time and we there's always a pullback from these all-time highs. It
Hmm.
makes sense. It couldn't be any other way. You know what I mean? So when people get all
Yep.
scared and the sky's falling and stuff, it's like, well, what do you think's going to
So,
happen as people
so,
take profit? That's just something that needs to happen, you know?
so let me give you a nice indicator for you. You can then pull it up on your trading view. And so if you just remove that stochastic, then maybe that's better for people. And then I want you to go to the indicator and pick Gaussian filter MACD by Locks. It is not a known one, but it actually tells you when to long and short. And on Bitcoin, it can give you a really good indication. The fourth hour
Could
daily,
can
this works
you
really nice.
can you spell the first word for me? I'm sorry.
Gaussian channel.
It's what letter does it start
G
with? G O
G
S H.
no GAUSSE or
Oh my gosh.
IAN.
Okay. I,
Gaussian.
that was embarrassing.
Gaussian filter over the MACD. So it's a combination from the Gaussian. Well, now I'm going to be
Gaussian filter
glitching because
MACD locks.
Gaussian
Oh,
filter.
I think I
Yes.
found it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the MACD. It's a Gaussian channel over the MACD combined. That's actually a pretty powerful combination there when it comes to giving you signals.
Wow,
Now I
this
want
chart
want you
looks crazy now.
go
My
to
my
ETH.
because with the
Yes.
pink and the yellow
Yes, I
candles,
know. I
it makes
know.
this look like a rave.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Beautiful. So, but go now to ETH and put it on daily.
Okay, let me give me one sec. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, got it. Oh, yeah. Wow. That last
See
leg up,
what
and so yeah.
see
Uh-huh.
what comes in on that Gaussian on that MACD on the
The
Gaussian
golden
filter.
cross at the bottom.
Yes. What does it say? Long. It says an L.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I
you
see
should
that
go
L. Yeah.
long. Yeah, yeah. When it says long, you go long, and when it
Wow.
says short, you go short. And if you
Wow.
go back on that Gaussian MACD,
Uh huh.
you can see where your trades would have been. That thing is pretty accurate. So if you want to have, especially on older charts, this one is pretty accurate. So if we want to use it on SUI, let's say SUI, for SUI, I would say is less accurate on the daily because SUI is only 2 years old. So that chart does not have a lot of history there for it. But on the lower time frames, you should have longed already when the price was. It gave you an indication the price was $3.46. That's where it gave that long signal. So if you put in your long,
Mm-hmm.
right, and then you would have had a magnificent trade. So if you use the fourth this indicator on the 4th hour, you can then see, right. Just remember that when we trade, okay. So time tables for your chart. What does that do? Because a lot of people tend to look on 5 minute chart. You have no business there. You only have business on the 5 minute chart if you want to make a trade, if you're a trader and you want to trade within 15 to 20 minutes. That's when you're on the 5 minute chart. If you want to make a trade within, if you go to the 15 minute for, like, let's say an hour, you go for 30 minutes for the coming 2.5 hours, the hour for the first 3 to 5 hours, the 4th hour is maybe more for your day, and the daily is for a few days to make your trade. So if you get an indication on the 4th hour that you should go long, you know that this is not going to last days. This trade has got to stop within 24 hours.
Mm.
So it's based for traders, these time things to see where we are
Mm.
in the lower time frames. For you to, when you DCA, you might want to look on a daily chart usually if you're doing a weekly, or the weekly chart for a monthly DCA.
It looks
Because
so.
you have no business on these lower time frames. That's just going to make you miss the bigger picture.
Mm.
And because you DCA probably just for alt season, you don't have no business in the lower time frames. What do you need to know there? Nothing. You need to know something. Hey, is this a good dip this month?
Yeah.
That's what you
Yeah.
need to
They
know.
look wildly different. They look
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much different. So if you do, oh shit, what did I just do here?
What
But
did you do?
you're like, what? I don't know.
I see. I
For
see. Your
4 hours though, and then one day. So if you do the daily and the 4 hour time frame for ETH, or I'm looking at SUI. I don't know what I'm doing. I apologize, but they look so much. This just to go along with what you're saying.
hmm
So if I was to look at it on the 4 hour chart, I could think, oh, it looks like we're like topped out here. I don't want to blast the top. This doesn't look like a good buy right now. I
Yes.
mean, unless I
Yeah.
really look to the left, I could say, oh, okay, but we're down. But anyway, but on the 4 hour, it doesn't look like that juicy of a trade.
No.
It looks like we're topped out.
No.
Then if I go to the daily, you see that we're just getting started here
Yep. So the trade was for, are we topped out? Yes. For
for
the
the
fourth
day. For,
hour.
yeah, for if you want to
For
trade, but if
now.
you want to sell by the end of the day, yeah,
Yeah.
no, not a good trade.
Yes.
Not a good swing
And
trade.
no, no, not for swinging, but for a future,
Mm-hmm.
5% is decent.
Mm-hmm.
40x leverage, yes, I will say yes to that anytime, any day. Yeah. So if you're trading, I usually trade on the 4th hours. Because I'm day trading, and so the 4th hour for me is like where the alpha is at. But for you, it might seem like you're top blasting there, and you
Right.
might for today.
Mm-hmm.
but not for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because when we go on the daily, or for the next days, because when we go on the daily, we see that golden cross is almost coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So our long signal is about to come in here. It's not there yet. It's about to come in. So,
On the daily.
and yeah. And then when you see these long signals on the daily, they give you more of a swing trade. So swing trade you don't usually do on the daily. Swing trades are out for a few days, especially if you want the swing trades that
Mm.
do 20, 30, 50%
Okay.
pumps,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Yeah. So when we're talking about altcoins, doing swing trades on altcoins, which I
Mm.
did for a long time, right? And so you get really, but this was actually one of the indicators that I use pretty frequently, if only to confirm what I was seeing, right? It's like, oh, it looks like it's a buy signal to me. Let me check, right? And then I would use that Gaussian channel over the MACD here. Yeah, but if you're not trading, you have no business on lower time frames. They will just make you feel uneasy, and they lack a macro perspective. And
Mm.
so also when you see red candles that are often more exaggerated and dramatic because it's on the lower time frame. For a trader, this is all information you need if you're trading scalping on the 15-minute or scalping on the 5 minute. Yes, right, you're used to seeing the chart like that, but you have to zoom out. If you're a long-term holder, you have no business on these. They make you nervous. It just tells you what's going on in the next hour. Why should you worry about where your bags are in the hour if you're stacking for all season?
Mm-hmm.
Makes no sense. You're just making yourself unnecessarily so nervous around that all. It's all who can hodl the hardest. That's what this game in crypto is about.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand you cannot hodl everything till oblivion. You can't. Sometimes not even blockchains, right? They do have to stay relevant, stay active, and build with what they got, right? So you got to um, sometimes plug back in into what you're holding, go to Discord, check some things, right? What are they doing? Stay updated a little bit. That's just good financial hygiene on your holdings, right? Just check up every now and then to see what's going on. And if they stay relevant, there's a lot of things from last bull run that are absolutely not there anymore that we were very bullish on at the time.
Mm.
Also with utility, yes, but they lost relevance. So
Chain
uh,
link. No, that you're.
no, I won't say no, but BitConnect,
Mm.
BitConnect, that was the thing. I know because Shock actually brought it up in this space, and then I started to. Oh my God! I was like, yes, that was such a thing.
Mm.
But yeah, we see a lot of other stuff, right? That is just not relevant anymore, and so you got to be aware and stay on top of your holdings a little bit. I would say like quarterly, go look over what you got and see what's happening, if not monthly, right? But you do not need to be on a 5 minute
Hmm.
chart or need to be in a Discord TG every day. Check out Baba, how is definitely still working, right? No, not if you're holding utility and you have a decent portfolio. And I'm not saying you cannot buy meme tokens. Just realize meme tokens are like a good night out. You go out, you have some fun. If you get lucky, you get lucky, right? If not, you still had a good time and it cost you some money. That's basically where we're at with this. So
Maybe your
don't spend
dignity.
any. Well, maybe yeah, maybe walk of shame. But
Yeah.
look, but then you got lucky, so that's right.
You had fun. It was worth it. The juice was
it
worth the
it ten
squeeze.
it 10x, but you didn't sell. That's what happened there.
Yeah.
You 10x, but you didn't sell. So which a lot of people are doing too. You got to practice your sell muscle. You got to strengthen it.
Yeah. Take profit
95%. 95% of people in crypto are not selling. So look in this room, look around. Yeah, that's us.
and have a strategy on
That's
how
you.
you're gonna sell and take profit.
Yeah. You're like Mr. or Mrs. Round Tripper. That's what I see. You just change your name to Round Tripper right now. Because 95% of crypto, we know this. So how do we practice it? Sometimes you need when there's a pump, sell 5%. I don't even care if you sell just $1 of your bag. Just you pushing the sell button is gonna help you. It's just like when I got trained for because when I went to gym, I had to do you have to have like a course for when shit goes wrong, like when stuff gets on fire. and you need to have training for that. Every company needs to have one or two people to have a certification in that direction. So you need to know how to do CPR, how to do that first aid thing, but also how to um, extinguish fires and that kind of and different type of fires as well. So we went for that training, and we actually had to use the fire extinguisher, and the guy was saying like, why are we doing this? Because to me it seems a little futile, right? I was like, well, why do I need to grab that fire extinguisher 3 times and put this fire out and just be doing the same thing on repeat for 3 times? And he was like, no, you need to. He said, because it turns out a lot of people have a fire extinguisher in the house, but then where's a fire, they don't know how to use the fire extinguisher, so they're actually sometimes more afraid to use the fire extinguisher than they are from the fire.
Mm.
And I was like, well, makes sense. And then it kind of done. It was kind of there was kind of a hump I needed to go over grabbing that thing and knowing how to open it and doing it. And so we know that we learn by practicing things. So if you practice things already, you feel more comfortable doing that intuitively when it needs to happen. And the same thing with the sell button, right? So start selling $1 here and there just for funsies. Makes you comfortable by knowing how to do that, what it feels like, and so you're more inclined to do it when the time comes.
Mm.
Actually, the more you sell that $1, sometimes I don't care if you're holding thousands, but sell $1 here and there. Who cares, right? And the more you do that, the more you're inclined to use it intuitively when the time is there to do it. It really works. Some people are afraid to sell because they have severe FOMO.
Yeah.
Some people,
Yeah.
some people only
Yeah.
bought crypto; they never sold
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, they're sitting there saying, "Oh, well,
Yeah.
it's still gonna go to the." Again, they have unrealistic levels that it's gonna reach that it would be that are
Yeah,
like virtually like impossible, like they're physically impossible for the token to reach
yeah,
that.
like
But it,
Shiba to
yeah,
$1 was the
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
There
exactly.
were
And then you
people
do the
holding it
math
like,
on like how much money would have to exist in the world for that to
yes,
happen. And it's like $36 trillion would have to, or I'm doing the math wrong. I'm throwing out incorrect numbers, but there'd be have to be a
yeah,
whole lot of freaking money in the
yeah,
world, and yeah, and that
absolutely.
it doesn't even exist. Like it maybe not even 10 years from now, it wouldn't even be able to reach $1 for Shiba because there's just
Yeah,
so much supply.
it's too much supply.
Yeah.
But there was, yes, well, you know what? We all had it in a space I think everybody can relate to. Even I can relate to, like, hey, I could still 5x from here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it will break out this time, right? Or whatever. And you just sit there and then there's this ugly red candle coming down and you're like, oh, well, there went there went the potential.
Yeah.
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 Whoops.
People in stock market, when things go up 2-3%, they're like, sell, sell, sell.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a story. There's the story of the AI agent Ask Jimmy that was programmed to do sports betting and crypto bets as well, I believe. And what ended up happening was he was profitable, even though it wasn't like by much. Like early on, I don't know. I haven't done any research on Ask Jimmy lately, but his hit rate was like decent, and he was up because he had the habit of taking profit even if it was just a little bit up. And so overall, he ended up being like up, even if it wasn't by much, because he had the habit of taking profit regularly because it's an AI agent that was just programmed to like always basically take profit. So I don't know if you've heard Ask Jimmy.
Yeah.
It was kind of,
Yeah.
yeah. So Ask the first agentic platform for autonomous trading agents. And I actually wonder how Ask Jimmy's been doing lately. So the trading volume is at 1.5 million on the 24-hour trading volume for Ask J is the ticker. It's down 4.4% today. This token is on which I can't is Sol. Is this really a Solana token? Interesting. It is. Yeah. So it is Solana.
Solami. On
Mm-hmm.
Solami.
Salami and
Yeah.
yeah. So if I go on the, what is the market cap on this one? Is at four. Oh, really? It's sitting at a half mil. Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
So let me see. Let me see this. Market cap 453,000. Fully diluted valuation 1 million.
What? We
Yeah.
need to dive into that tomorrow,
So
not today, but
that means
tomorrow.
the liquidity's more than the market cap.
That's we got to look into that's wrong.
Huh. Yeah, have you
We
heard
got to
of
look
are you
into that
familiar with
tomorrow.
Ask Jimmy? The trading volume of
No,
Ask Jimmy?
well, I kind of heard. Yeah, I kind of heard about it, but I'm not too.
Oh,
Look,
you don't like it?
don't rely on these things. What is the best strategy for selling? Well, just like we DCA in, we do it in reverse and a little faster on the green, on the pumps. Because the pumps, if you look at a chart, these pumps are short and sweet, and the floor is long and goes down, right? More often than not.
Hmm.
And so you start by selling a little, and over time, more and more. And so automatically, this gives you the result that you sold the most near the top. Stop trying to predict the top. We sometimes do not know where the top is, especially if things are in price discovery. And because you don't know, but you still need to sell something because when the red comes, you're too late. Things can take a 10-20% hit, and then why would you? And so 5%, 10%, 25%, right? More pumps, 50%. And that's how you're going to move. And so just like a DCA in, you start with the smallest amount and then the most amount, right, of the money. So you start in small, and then the most amount will give you more of that floor that you bought. So you're strengthening your position. When the pumps comes, you're directly in profit. And so when the pump comes, you got to be doing it in reverse. And this is you can look that up. This is the tactic to use. DCA out, dollar cost average in and dollar cost average out. Exit strategy. Sell little, more pumps, more sell, right? And
So,
so you release, you don't, selling 100% of your bag back and forth is bad. Don't do that. How could you ever think that when your bag goes up to 100K that you can dunk 100K all at once? No, first of all, you're going to have to add a liquidity pool if you want some sort of the same price, single-sided one, so you can. I mean, you got to DCA out, right? The exit strategy needs to be there. It's important, you guys. And if you're not planning for this, you're planning to fail. And then you can change your name to Exit Liquidity, Mr. and Mrs. Rotator, Round Trippy, and Retail. Right? You can just, yeah, pick one. But you be in that group. I'm really being serious. 95% of crypto. I'm really
well,
being
but
serious.
buying
If you,
because
yeah.
buying is so easy. It's so easy to buy
Yeah, we all
crypto.
know how to buy. We all FOMO and stumble in. It's like, oh yeah, we'll
But
get
how do
rich,
you sell?
right? But how do you sell? And this is an art. And a lot of people don't sell because of the FOMO. And a lot of people will, the top of Bitcoin will be in, and then for it will take like a good few months of people still saying, no, it's still bullish. And it's like, no, we flip bear. Now I think it's gonna come back. It's like, yeah. Well, here we don't feel and we don't think. We plan. So that whole thinking process should have been done already
Hmm.
before the time comes, right? So forget about buying Pico bottoms and selling Pico tops. Oh, very good traders get it right, but they don't get that right even all the time either. I don't. A success rate of 85% or something, and that's pretty up there. But most people can't. And sometimes when things are in price discovery and pumping that hard, we don't know where the top is, and it is better to sell a little bit of that bag. So you if push comes to shove, you did make profit, and that's what it comes down to, right? Because you're in it to do some things in real life. My mission is to get more Bitcoin. Your mission might be to buy a house or pay bills, or get debt free, or whatever your mission is. That's something that you want to have happen, but you cannot do that if you don't sell. You can only do that with Bitcoin. You can only leverage Bitcoin as a power position to be lent against. Yes, Bitcoin will do that for you, but the rest, no. So if you want to have real life dreams come true, this exit strategy has got to be a part of your plan, right? And I think that is very good and healthy to do because we're not here for nothing, right? I don't think. I'm not. Very honest about that. But what do you think, Tick? Is Tick still here with me? Tick
Mike
is
was
selling.
closed. Yes, 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 yes.
Tick is selling his bags.
I
Tick
was
is
looking
like,
for
well,
mints.
Pop,
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, uh,
sell the house.
that reminds me. But yeah, no, I was just on Monad looking for mints on Magic Eden. I
Yes.
feel like testnet is they have to be wrapping up soon. It's got to be we got to be near the end soon, right?
Well, let's talk about it tomorrow. I have some
Yeah,
alpha on that. So for tomorrow on the
cool.
menu is going to be the projects that come up, which we don't know. Sometimes they just pop up. We talk about it. I love that. Everybody here is always welcome to come up on stage. But we are going to talk about Estate X. I want to address Estate X that's been hauling today. If you heed my call, not just from a few weeks ago, but even as the latest yesterday, I was still calling it for a rip. So we want to talk about that and what they are doing. That our RWA narrative is heating up. It is heating
Mm.
up. It's going to be a big narrative. This bull run, I think it's going to be a surprise narrative. It's going to take a lot of people by surprise. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how
ESX,
to,
right? ESX
yeah,
is
ESS,
freaking
Estate X.
ripping.
Yes.
You,
So I told you that
yeah.
was kind of pump.
Oh, it's yeah.
So
Yeah, I got in at a good price. I mean, I
yeah,
bought
yeah,
I bought it one. If you look over to the left, I got it below 155. Which is a lot higher than you, but still, I mean,
yeah.
I'm still up a little bit. And if you look at the chart, this thing is, oh man, that thing looks so
Yes.
juicy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So come with us for tomorrow. Then we talk about Estate X, what it is, what it does,
Mm-hmm.
why you should be bullish, why you should
Bullish.
be very bullish, actually, and then
Mm-hmm.
always do your own research. Also, we talk about Monad, how to be eligible for possible airdrops, and possibly some alpha where that mainnet comes in, right when the testnet closes, and that window of opportunity for these airdrops are just going to be smaller and smaller here. I'm just going to warn you about that. So let's address that all tomorrow, and just close out right now.
Yes, yes.
And if my music wants to, why is this not working? Hold on, technical issue, which is not a technical issue, which is me being stupid. Oh, see, what's volume? Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's
What's
the
the
ticker?
ticker?
Yeah,
Okay.
what's the ticker? Where's it at?
What's the sticker?
What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got crypto in the bag, send the CA in the chat. Gonna ape another fact. Got a runner on the map, so line of sniping like a cat. And the Zoe is moving quickly. I'm the squeezing where they at. I'm trying to bring the Milquins back. 1,000X is gonna land. I got he chilling in the back, and the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's the ticker? Where's it at?
Absolutely. Well, another successful Sui space. Thank you all for joining. Follow each other because it's important. Network, net worth. And we'll see you around tomorrow. Tick.
Yes, yes. Stay bullish, my friends. We will see you tomorrow.
I was
Let's
gonna play
go.
the music again. It's multitasking late in my evening. You guys, see you tomorrow.